This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes.
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Henry Solstice Studios of New York, Benavidez Figueiredo recap. Will Yoel Romero make weight? We got some controversy from last Saturday's card. MMA news. Let's go with the MMA Holes. Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful Henry Solstice Studios of New York. That's right. We're here. We're live. And we're wonderful. Jesse,
wonderful.
how are you?
Wonderful, Moss. How are you?
Wonderful.
I am wonderful. Smash those likes. Let's get this party going. It's Monday. That's right. The Monday show is here. We got to save the show. We got the news coming your way. And we have Yoel Romero, Israel Adesanya.
Say it again.
Fight week. It's going to be crazy if Yoel makes weight. A lot of things to talk about with that. Cutelaba.
Wait, is it Adesanya?
Adesanya.
Adesanya.
Yes, I am Nigerian. I'm part Nigerian from the waist down, if you know what I mean.
Wonderful.
No, unfortunately not. Yeah, Cutelaba getting the the stoppage that happened over there. We're going to be discussing that. We're also going to be discussing Benavidez and Figueiredo, that whole situation where Figueiredo gets the win, spoiler alert, and there's no flyweight champion. Jesse.
Yesy.
What would you like to start with?
Well, I always want to start with my boy. But there was a huge controversial stoppage over the weekend. And I think it would be shameful of us not to start with that first and foremost, given that that already happened. We all already saw that. It's time to discuss what we really think about what went on there.
Okay. So you're talking about the Cutelaba.
The cutie.
Yeah, that fight that went down against Magomed Ankalaev, that was going to be fight of the night. I mean, that was going to be absolutely cray-cray. And I was looking forward to that very much. From the stare downs to even when Bruce Buffer was saying Cutelaba's name, he got right into the Russian's face, and it just was weird. And then what happens? Cutelaba was going all, I'm hurt, acting, Academy Award style, swinging for the fences, looked a little weird. And the referee, what are you doing? What is going on?
There's a spider.
Oh my goodness. She's so distracted. She's on the phone. She's killing spiders. You killed him? You know we don't kill spiders in this place.
I didn't have anything to catch him.
Oh, I would have caught it. Was he big?
No, he was actually really
You killed a baby. You aborted it. That's the smallest spider I've ever seen in my life. All right. Anyway, so Cutelaba. I mean, I'm talking microscopic. This thing. I don't even think it was a spider. I think it was
a spider.
Ant. So she was smashing it on the floor like.
I cleaned it up.
It was this poor little guy, or gal. So the situation that went down was insane. It was absolutely insane. We've seen some crazy stuff the last couple of weeks, and I feel like we're always complaining about something as fans here. I think this one we have a legitimate gripe. I really do.
Yes. By the way, when you had mentioned he was playing possum and that it was part of his little act in the fight, you were completely right, because the manager of Cutelaba spoke out about it. I even have an article on how they were saying it was part of his game plan, and it misfired completely when he had done this.
Yeah, we haven't seen him do stuff like this. Usually he's very aggressive and he goes at you like a crazy animal. And what was he doing? He was pretending he was getting tagged. And the way he was shaking his head around. It reminded me of like how Anderson Silva used to do that when he got cracked with Chris Weidman. But at least in that case, Chris Weidman had the opportunity to really put him out. This case here, he was blocking. You know, he did get hit a couple of times, but he was blocking most of the punches. A lot of the analysts were saying that his feet were planted, which they were. So it didn't look like his feet were giving out from under him. I don't know. It was Kevin McDonald was the ref, correct?
Yes, he was. Honestly, when I went back and watched highlights of it today, in fact, I mean, you remember this morning, I kept replaying it and replaying it and replaying it. And the more I watched it, after I had my laughs in and everything about the whole thing, the more I watched it, you could tell that Cutelaba was not actually wobbled. You could see where, like, if you look closely, you can kind of see where he had imagined where he was going to throw in that kind of like fakery and then kind of come back and then throw in the fakery and then come back. Like, it was very clear, very apparent.
What is fakery?
You know, like the fake is, I don't know, I made up a word to kind
it's like
of.
a fake bakery.
I made up a word to kind of like, you know, exemplify the thing that he did.
The stroke.
Oh, well.
He was having a stroke.
I don't know. You know what I mean, though.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so the fakery is when he, you know, obviously pretending he was wobbled. You could kind of see where he had strategically planned to put that every time he got hit, because then he would come back and then he'd do it again.
So I was looking on social media, right? I was looking on Twitter, and this poor guy, this ref, is getting destroyed. And usually he's pretty good. Like, I don't remember, like when I think Kevin McDonald, I don't think, oh my God, controversial stops, right? And I'm looking on Twitter and I'm seeing everyone just, I mean, Twitter's horrible. They are horrible human beings on Twitter. Like, I'm just looking at it. I'm like, these people like are basically threatening his life and he should lose his job and yada, yada,
McDonald's
yada.
life?
Yes. It's pretty funny, actually. You just type in Kevin McDonald. There's probably a gazillion Kevin McDonalds out there. But this one, man, he takes the cake. He is front and center everywhere. And
Solis was getting death threats for his
well, I mean,
John Jones fight.
It's a little extensive. But here's the thing. It wasn't a title fight, and I was like, well, it is what it is. Well, what are you going to do? Maybe they could run it back or something like that. It is, refs make mistakes. It's a tough job. And then someone brought up the fact that he was the ref with the Dillashaw fight and Henry Cejudo. Now, I was on the side, and a lot of people were against me on this. They thought it was a good stop. But I did not think it was a good stop.
I thought it was
a title fight. It was a title fight. It was extraordinarily quick. Now, TJ was hurt.
TJ
Don't get me wrong.
was clearly down. And I liked TJ. I voted for TJ. I love him.
But it was a title fight here, and it did look like he was shooting, right? I did get that, okay? Now, listen, whatever you say with that, it is what it is. It's history. But he was involved in that. And when that happened, that was extraordinarily controversial. We did a show on it. There was people on both sides of the fence. No one is right. No one is wrong in that situation because it's the ref's discretion. But when I do think about that fight, I'm like, holy shit, he did do that in a championship fight, and I felt it could have went a little bit longer in that one. It is what it is. You move on. We've seen worse stoppages, right? I don't know. Have we, Jesse?
Yeah, I think we have. I'm trying to think of a worse stoppage right now, and I can't really come up with one that tops Cutelaba as of late.
This is unique. This is very unique because the ref,
Oh, there was one. What's his name? We actually just saw it like 2 or 3 months ago. It was like a fuck.
What weight class? What are we talking about?
Let me look it up for you.
Well, anyway, listen. There's bad stops a lot, right? And there are fights that go way too long. But it sucks being a ref. It really does. And this guy's gonna be getting hell for a while from this. Drunk Savage
started drinking early, so phone calls should be thumbs up.
All right, so Drunk Savage hitting the bottle, hitting the sauce.
Lawler Askren.
Lola Askren with Herb Dean.
Yes. So when Lawler's hand went down, and it looked like he passed out, but he didn't pass out, and the moment it was stopped, Lawler like popped up like a weasel. Yeah.
You know what? This is worse than that one, in my opinion.
I don't know. That was a pretty significant loss for Lawler.
The reason why this one's worse to me is Herb Dean did grab Lawler's hand, and it did go limp. And like as soon as it went limp, Herb stopped it, but then he went back up and gave like the thumbs up. It was a bizarre situation that stoppage over there in real time. Also, and I do remember this very clearly.
That was a pretty bad stoppage, though.
But in real time, we were all screaming, "Stop the fight! Stop the fight!" Do you remember that?
Yes, but we only saw what the camera showed us. Herb Dean saw a whole other.
Was it a great stop? No, not at all. But he did lift his hand and it did drop a little bit. So he has something to argue with there. This situation, okay? What is the argument for McDonald here when you have a fighter with his feet planted? They're both in a slugfest, you know?
I can see
What's the argument?
So the ref's job, and I said this during the fight night, the ref's job is to protect the fighter, no matter what. If the fighter looks like they are in any, if they are an opposable threat, if they're in any kind of danger where they could suffer serious brain damage or trauma or anything like that, the ref's job is to stop the fight, regardless of what's going on. And Cutelaba was showing that, like, he was pretending to be all wobbled and stuff. And yeah, it's fine, like, a couple times. But if you're showing that every time you get hit, as a ref, I can understand why. Okay, in the fighter's best interest, there's clearly some damage done here. Let's stop it before it gets any worse.
Shouldn't you check as a ref their legs too to see if they're? I mean, if his legs were buckling at the same time.
But if you go back now, I went back. Remember this morning you saw me go back and replay.
Yeah.
Cutelaba is a great actor. I can tell you that much, because when he was pretending to be wobbled, every sign in his body showed that something was wrong, and that's why Ankalaev kept coming in hard. Cutelaba wanted that. He was clearly playing with him, but he was very good at representing a wobbled fighter.
Man.
So I could see why.
I don't see it at all.
I could see why McDonald saw that there was serious damage done, and perhaps he's in more danger than what other people are visualizing, and I got to get him out of there. His job is to protect the fighter.
If he was on the ground and he was wobbling like that, okay. If he was on his knee and he was doing that wobble, okay. But he was on his feet. His feet were planted.
Fighters have wobbled on their feet plenty of times.
Man, I don't see it.
We've seen it a million times. A fighter wobbles on their feet.
You're going to go to sleep.
I don't see it.
You can go to sleep too.
PBR.
Hey. Hi to all the wonderful people out there. Waving.
Waving back at you, PBR. Thank you for the donation. Wonderful. Man, let me know in the chat what you think as we are going to play some of these wonderful donations coming in on a Monday night. The controversial stoppage we're talking about, Cutelaba versus Ankalaev. I mean, listen, we're in a cage fight. Gentleman got 4-ounce gloves on. People are going to get rocked, and even if he was rocked, still wasn't a reason to stop the fight. In my opinion, at least. I mean...
But you have to remember, it's not that he was rocked. It was if he continues to show that behavior after every strike.
Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
I don't know. The Machida would have lost every fight.
Heard Dana is getting rid of the 125-pound division, but he's gonna add a 115-pound division for the men.
What?
He wants to see skeletons on the weigh-in scale. Cutelaba was robbed of a chance to earn $50K. He was loading an atomic bomb punch, but ref stopped it.
Yeah, that was the best part. He stopped it mid-punch. That was the funniest part of the stop.
But you have to remember, okay, I wish you could see it. It's on Twitter.
Yeah, he was winging. He was winging like reckless punches.
Yes, yeah. Ankalaev was going in though, and he was landing. Like, he was clearly landing Ankalaev, and it wasn't just
he
one
landed
or
like
two.
Twice.
No, it wasn't one or two.
Yeah, I only remember
twice. He went in. And the moment he started...
Significant, at least.
You better back up. You're going to go to sleep.
So I can make a point.
Hold on, we got a lot of donations we're backed up on. Let's just play these donations and you can finish your point.
Lee versus Chiesa was bad. Ref stopped it because he thought Cords was out, but he wasn't.
Yep, that was a bad stop. I'm with you on that. A lot of people... That was a big argument, too. Who was the ref for that? I don't remember who the ref was for that. The submission, that really wasn't a submission. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I thought... Well, it was tight, but he wasn't done.
Yamasaki.
Was it? Mario.
Then again, Yamasaki
That's right.
Did what's her face?
Listen, Mario was involved in this, so it's tough to argue for him. But in that case, I think he was right.
Kunitskaya versus who was it? Shevchenko?
Yamasaki, excuse me.
You're going to go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep.
If he dies, he dies.
Alistair Overeem was bad pitch.
Ooh, you think so, huh? He's talking about the Biggie Boy fight. When he got back, see, I mean, some people did say that, Eric. I wasn't on that side, though. I do believe that was a good stoppage. It was just the timing was so bad because it was seconds left in the fight. Alistair was winning the fight, and he got back up and he was kind of running across like he was in a lot of danger. I could see the argument, but I still think that was a good stop. It just sucked the timing. Do you remember that fight? It was not that long ago. Overeem versus
Rosenstruck?
Rosenstruck.
Yeah.
You better back up or you're going to go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
All right, we got Vlad coming in.
I buy him being rocked as part of his game plan just as much as I believe Nate letting Conor knock him down multiple times in order to get him to the ground. Fake news.
Wait, so you think he was actually rocked?
Listen,
Wait,
no. Vlad is saying he doesn't think he was rocked. I mean, he thinks he was rocked. I'm sorry.
So basically what he's saying is he's not buying that was part of his game plan. So you do think he was rocked.
Correct. He thinks he was rocked.
I don't think he was rocked. I think he was playing a game because you could go back and watch. There's on Twitter, they have like a replay, like you can replay it over and over, just that few seconds where he was pretending. And it's pretty clear, like every time he wobbled himself, like he bounced back like that, and then he was ready to kind of put himself in a position to get strike again. I really think he was trying to work Ankalaev a little bit and tire him out, and it didn't work in his favor because obviously the ref thought that he was injured.
Ankalaev was landing. He was looking pretty damn good in the beginning, and Cutelaba was recklessly throwing punches.
But Cutelaba, we know, has a pretty decent chin. He can take the strike, pretend he's a little injured, and then come back in and fucking lay a bomb on Ankalaev.
There's one in particular that he got caught in the chin, and Ankalaev tagged him. He tagged him. A lot of people like he didn't get hit. He did.
Yeah,
there was one strike I remember very clearly that I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
And then he did do this afterwards. So he got hit flush. He wasn't... I mean, maybe he was a little hurt, but he was just like, that was his act. You know how fighters, when they get hurt, they smile? You ever notice that? Like fighters get cracked. You're like, oh, that couldn't have felt good. And then they smile. A lot of the professionals say that when they smile, that means it really did hurt. Maybe instead of smiling, he just did that whole drunken style. I don't know. I believe that it did hurt, of course. I don't think anyone wouldn't think that hurts, but I don't think he was stunned. I honestly don't think he was rocked, to be honest. That's my opinion.
Can I read you what
Hold on, let's play. We got a bunch of donations here. Let's let them go through. CBD coming in. Ride Drive.
CBD.
Nate.
CBD. It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff like that. So you want to get these for before or after the fight training and make your life
All right, Ride Drive.
They seem to be stopping fights too quick lately. Remember back in the day, Chris Laban, the guy was out on his feet during half his fights. They never stopped it.
So it's funny you mentioned that.
We're seeing extremes.
I noticed that fights only started getting stopped super quick after they laid off Yamasaki with the Kunitskaya fight. After the Kunitskaya fight, every ref was on fucking eggshells and started stopping fights immediately. But then if it gets stopped too quick, then all of a sudden it's like a huge deal. So the ref can never win. And that's why I kind of feel for the ref here is like if they stop it too late, then the fighter takes damage and everyone lights him on fire. If they stop it too early, then the fighter is still in the game and the ref takes fire. Like every time the ref will always take fire. There's never a good call to MMA fans. And that's why I kind of feel for the ref here. Like he did what he thought was best for the fighter.
We are seeing extremes lately. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing too quick, not quick enough. It seems like there's no middle ground. And like I said before, I don't know, maybe people are chirping in the air. And you know what we're seeing a lot too? The stand-ups, the quick stand-ups. Like fighters in dominant position on the mat and they're like, yeah, get it up. It's like, what the fuck?
Because
He's
MMA
practically mounted.
Because MMA fans are constantly complaining to the UFC and to the commissions about how fights stay on the ground and it's too boring to watch and they don't want to stick around to watch it. And what does the UFC do? The first thing they're going to do is like, okay, we got to keep our audience around. Tell the refs to stand them up. That's the first thing they're going to do.
The refs have a horrific job. There is no way in hell I would ever want to be a ref. It is ridiculous. You got the best seat in the house, but you're also got this microscope on you, and you can't win either way.
Man, you better back up or you're going to go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
It's Batgirl!
Will JBH be thanking Jesus again for her baby Adesanya?
Jess, would you like to answer that?
Yes, sir. Moss, why do you have my paprika?
I don't have that.
Yes, he does. Look at this. Okay. Moss has my paprika.
You put that there.
I didn't. Moss has my... Give my paprika.
When you spilled the wine, you don't think you put it over there.
For Batgirl.
There you go.
I'll be wearing this during Khabib. Yes, I'll be screaming for my baby when Adesanya wins this weekend.
Okay. When Adesanya wins.
Batgirl, where have you been? I haven't seen you in so long.
So she's saying when Adesanya wins. Remember that. When Adesanya wins.
Man,
so
you better back
fight
up
briefing.
You can go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
It's Kainoto.
The Cutelaba fight makes the argument for either early stoppage replay or standing 8 count. If he's serious about this being part of his plan, then he had a really stupid fucking plan. I read my posts and I sound like a Central American.
You know what? What about that? A standing 8 count. in MMA. What do you think about that?
Like boxing?
No, but how are you going to do that?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Because the ground, it would take away the ground and pound, right?
Not only that, it does take away from the sport a little bit. That's a boxing thing, and the reason you're an MMA fan is because you don't like watching that shit, you know? And then to bring it into the sport
think about it. Like, a standing 8 count, like, wouldn't they have to stop it, like, when a guy gets knocked down? There's no ground and pound then.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I could go with that. I respect your opinion, but I could go without it.
Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep, too.
Where is Steve Mazzigatti? That dude would let people die before he would stop the fight.
Yeah. Who was worse, him or Mario? Steve Mazzigatti was pretty fucking bad.
That's a good question. But Mario, did you see what happened with Kunitskaya? He let her get her head pounded in. Like, her brain was mushed by the end of that fight.
Do you remember the rants that Dana White would go on with Steve Mazzigatti? I mean, that man, at least Dana didn't say a damn thing about this stoppage. I don't think he was there. But there was no social media posts. Like back in the day, he would have been on Twitter just lighting them on fire. So maybe he's got a heart now. I don't know.
Man, you better back up or you're going to go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Cutelaba was fighting just like Roxy. She does that same weird head movement when she fights too. She always looks like she's on wobbly legs when she fights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about the Dragon, Lyoto Machida? Could you imagine how many fights would have been stopped if Lyoto Machida, who's just like, just whimsically drunk, like, I mean, think about that.
Wait, pause the donations real quick. I want to tell you what they had to say about what
we'll
his
call
team
it
had
up.
to say.
You want to hit the story?
Yeah, go ahead and pause it real quick.
Okay, let's get. Jessie doesn't like when you donate over her news. She's very serious about the news.
It's not that. It's like a weird OCD. Like I want to get through it and then, you know.
I like the spontaneous interruptions, but Jessie don't like it.
So, according to Bloody Elbow, Cutelaba on the controversial stoppage says pretending to be hurt was part of the game. There was a bit of controversy during one of the main event card fights at UFC Norfolk on Saturday that we've been talking about. Light heavyweight Magomed Ankalaev was awarded a first-round TKO win over Ian Cutelaba, a stoppage that was met by objection from the crowd in attendance. Ankalaev was moving forward in the exchange with head kicks. Cutelaba remained on his feet and countering with his own shots when one of his opponent's left hands connected and appeared to have hurt him. Seeing that the Moldovan fighter seemingly wobbled, the referee immediately took action to step in and stop the fight. Cutelaba violently reacted to the call as the arena erupted in boos from the crowd. Speaking through his translator during a backstage interview with ESPN, Cutelaba explained his side of the story. Here's what he said.
Wonderful.
When it's two fighters on this level and they came here to fight and show the world a good fight, it doesn't matter. 1 round, 3 rounds, 40 seconds. Let them fight. That referee, he doesn't know how to do that. They have to have another referee to control this kind of fight. I came all the way from Moldova, 14 or 15, to show the world I am the best, and the referee didn't leave me to fight. Every strike that my opponent did, I controlled it. When the referee stopped the fight, I was countering. This was a part of the game plan, and the referee thought I fell, but that was part of the game plan. When they stopped it, I was fighting him.
It does sound like he's crying now, right?
I mean,
I guess I would be upset too if he's legitimately telling the truth here, which I kind of think he is. In a lot of situations, I think I'll shut up and just get back to the drawing board. In this case, you go through a fight camp, you're ready to go, you're fired up.
Right.
You know, you get into his face, and he kind of looked like an idiot the whole way, though. You know? Like, if you think about it, it's tough. It's tough to defend the guy because
from the start of the weigh-ins, like the face-offs made him.
Yeah,
he
getting in
ridiculous.
his face, screaming like a lunatic, and then his opponent just laughing at him. And then when his name is being announced, which I've never seen a guy just literally just. It was the weirdest fucking thing.
Yeah.
Where Bruce Buffer's announcing his name and Cutelaba is just kind of just walking. Like, I don't know what the purpose.
He wanted a hug.
Like, it was just weird, and just kind of just like bumps into him, and they hug each other, and it's just like, what are they gonna fuck? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I think he knew he made a fool of himself. So when it came down to his fight game, he did have a plan. But I think that there's always that thing in the back of someone's head where when they know they made a fool of themselves, they always behave a little bit differently. You know?
Yes, I do know, Jesse. Yes. I do know.
Why are you talking like that?
If we open up the phone lines later, I'd love to get your thoughts on this situation because I think this would be a long night of calls with Cutelaba. Was it a bad stop? Let us know in the chat and we'll move on.
I also have one more thing. The Virginia Commission is set to review his appeal. Cutelaba is appealing the fight.
Oh, wow. You know what? I'm like, oh, wow. They never overturn. If they overturn this, that would be something. But they should. This one, they should. They really should. I mean, that was insane.
Do you want me to tell you about it?
Well, I mean, is there a chance?
Basically, I mean, from what I'm seeing, it looks like
I was on that story the whole time. All right, well, I thought this was the story you were
It looks like, no, the next one is another picture of Cutelaba.
Oh, there's another picture.
Yeah. But it looks to me like their dispute center, for the commission, they're actually going to give him that opportunity to kind of be...
Well, everyone has that opportunity.
No. Like, they're a little more invested in giving him the opportunity to appeal.
Hey, you have the opportunity to appeal, so if you want to do it, you could do it. But you're not going to win, but you could do it anyway.
Well, it says he signaled his intention to appeal the result after the event. But DPOR spokesperson said the Boxing, Martial Arts, and Professional Wrestling Advisory Board, which regulated UFC Norfolk, said in this case of a dispute fight outcome, the commission typically reviews the allegations contained in a complaint and reviews footage of an event before issuing a preliminary finding that decides whether or not there's a basis to overturn a decision. The aggrieved party then has the opportunity to contest the preliminary findings on the record before the commission issues a final order.
All right.
Man, you better back up or you're going to go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Bad girl.
I've been sorting out some health issues. I was experiencing aggressive seizures.
Oh my
Meds
God.
are helping now. Will you be working on your hype video for Khabib after you've 248?
Jesse, you gotta get
I've
that
missed
done.
all of you, the MMA whole community.
I have to, right?
Oh my God.
Moss has to help me with this because I don't really know how to do a hype video, if I had to be perfectly honest. But yes, for you, Batgirl, I will do it as long as you promise to be around because I haven't seen you in a while.
Well, I mean, she's having seizures. I think she has some important things to
Yeah,
have.
of course.
Poor girls have. You better be here. Fuck your seizures. You should be here watching the show.
No, it's not what I
That's terrible,
meant.
man.
That's not what I meant.
Batgirl, I hope you get better.
Me too.
Damn, man. I really hope you get better. One of
Man,
the
you better back
legends
up or
of the
you're gonna go
chat.
to sleep.
Batgirl.
Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Bats in the chat for the girl.
I was just thinking, if that's a part of your game plan, why not tell the ref that when he comes to talk to you in the locker room? Something tells me he's got the Cody Garbrandt type of IQ.
The guy doesn't seem like he's all there, right? He does have that caveman mentality. Imagine he's like,
All right, brother, man. I don't go to protect. I'm drunk and hurt and fight, so don't try to stop it too soon. Ah, cookies.
Wonderful.
I feel like he would sound like that, Jess. If he could speak English.
Yikes.
I feel like that's what would happen. All right, so that's the Cutelaba situation, and who knows? Maybe he'll win. I don't know. Let's talk about another story since we are 30 minutes into the show. Yoel Romero and Izzy Adesanya, who is fighting. Do you have the staph infection thingy? Do you get?
So I heard someone say there was staph infection on Adesanya.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, it's on his arm.
But there's no story. Nobody decided to write a story about it, and if they have, then it's been as of late.
So he was on ARIEL and he was questioned about it.
But then
it's still there.
Someone was making jokes that it was herpes.
No, that's not herpes. That looks like a staph infection. Let me see if I can find a picture of this shit. All right, here we go. So
you know, I never saw the picture until now. That is. Oh no! Oh, my poor baby has staph infection.
All right, here we go. The last staph infection instead of the style bender. Staph bender. Here he is. Okay, it looks like a tit actually on his. Does he have a tit on his arm,
that
Jesse?
does look like staph.
Man, you better back
That's a
up
tit.
or you're gonna go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep
He's
too.
got tit forearm.
Y'all niggas ever wonder if some of these early stoppages are from refs that have interest in one of the fighters winning?
It's possible.
See, as you can gamble in Bitcoin now. Like, nah, nigga, you done. I have too much money on the other guy.
It's anything's possible, right? It's a possible. I can't say nah. That's not the case. So there he is. Thank you, Vlad.
Sucks. So was this right before the? Wait, what was this?
This is recently, and then he was on ARIEL. It looked like it was a little more healed up, but it was still clearly
so
there.
it should be healed by this weekend then.
Oh yeah, he said that he's gonna rub it on Yoel Romero when he was asked about it. He's like he's gonna rub it all over Yoel. that's one way to win.
That's my boy.
The staph bender.
Staph 100%.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. You can see in the picture, but it should be healed up by this weekend. It should be fine.
It looks like he's growing a nipple on his forearm.
Nah, it should be good.
And then he's scratching his neck too. He's like all itchy.
It looked healed today on ARIEL, so it should be good. It should be. It should
I kind of want to suck on it, Jess. You thinking? I want to suck on his tit forearm.
Staph can be scary. My brothers, when they were doing wrestling in high school, they both got staph, and one of my brothers got it right in his armpit, like right under his arm.
What the fuck?
And it wasn't like that. It was like multiple boils all over his armpit. Like it's
Adesanya.
It's scary shit. That shit can cause some serious damage.
Well, I got to say this, Jesse. I am
rooting. Fever
I am rooting heavily for Yoel Romero, and it's not because I don't like Izzy. It is because he's 42 years old, and it gives me hope if I ever want to get into the game. You know, Jesse. We're
You're
the same
constantly
age.
Complaining about health issues every day.
Yeah, my back might be going, your shoulders done.
Oh, my chest.
But I got to say this:
my back.
We have the same physique. You know, me and Yoel Romero. Yeah. We're virtually identical. When I see this man, like when I look at this man, I'm like, oh my goodness, it looks like me with a tan.
Yeah.
So I see this gentleman and I say to myself, well, I want him to win.
Man, you better back up or you're going to go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
I can relate to that guy, you know? It's like a Cuban me.
That nigga got the coronavirus. He about to turn into one of the zombies from I Am Legend. That whole movie was about the coronavirus, but us some Americans didn't get what it was really about.
It's true.
Jesse saw something with The Simpsons dropping
the
coronavirus.
Simpsons predicted it again. They predicted the coronavirus. I found an episode where they had indeed predicted the coronavirus. And it was funny because it came out of China, exactly how this coronavirus happened. In the episode, it was the virus came out of China, and it was like a whole thing, and then it died out, and then it came back 10 years later. It was funny. It was.
Thank you.
Anyways, The Simpsons predict everything.
They are Nostradamus of cartoons. So what do you think, Jesse? Yoel Romero, is he making weight? That's the question.
I say he does this time around, yeah. I think he does.
2 times.
Yeah.
He did not make weight. Will he make weight for this fight?
He'll be fine because he knows who he's up against, and he knows that people are expecting him to miss, you know? So I think he has the endurance
man, you better back up or you're going to go to sleep.
You know,
man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Discipline.
Kainodo.
The first chink in Israel's armor, can I say chink? Was crying about not fighting Romero if he didn't make weight. Second chink is showing the Gaylord sarcoma on his arm. This dude is scared. Anyone else read Vlad's donations in DMX's voice?
Yo, dude. Yeah, that every time.
What'd you say?
I was going to do it as DMX.
Yeah.
So let's get these likes up. What are we doing here? Were you sleeping? 200 people watching. Drop a like and 100 will beat the ceiling up. Thank you, Kainodo, for the donation. So I did listen, and it does sound like Israel Adesanya doesn't want to fight him if he misses weight. He's like, nah, fuck that. I want to fight for the belt. I want to defend the belt.
He's holding the championship belt, and this is going to be one of his tougher fights. So can you honestly blame him for wanting Yoel to make weight?
So what is he going to do, Jesse? What is he going to do? Sit out? What is he going to do here?
Unless they have a backup for him.
If Yoel misses weight, he doesn't get the belt. So if Izzy loses, yes, he risks losing, but he doesn't lose the belt.
But he doesn't want to
get paid and get paid.
That image.
What do you mean wreck that image?
If he loses to Yoel Romero, then other competitors in his division know he's beatable.
Back up,
if he doesn't fight him, he's scared.
Back up, or you can go to sleep too.
And I'm scared. I wouldn't even fight him. Back row.
Khabib wants Romero to win. He has been saddened that JBH has been sharing the love. #arm nipple.
#arm nipple.
I love Khabib just as much. Those are my 2 babies, Khabib and Adesanya.
Yeah, they're my babies too.
Your baby is
Who are your babies in the chat?
Your babies are Joanna and Jacek and Jessica I. No, not Jessica I. Jessie J.
By the way, I'm picking Adesanya.
Am I right?
What?
Those are your 2 babies? Joanna and Jacek and Jessie J?
No. What do you mean my baby? I don't have any babies. What are you talking
about?
No,
they're, you know, like you like them.
No, I have no babies. There's no babies.
He's such a liar.
I'm shooting blanks. Chrome.
Moss, if the city gets locked down because of this virus, stay put. I will come you. We will be the real life zombie land partners.
Yeah, fuck that. Me and Chrome would be a fantastic, or Chrome and I should say, would be a fantastic buddy cop movie. It would be a fantastic, like, I don't know. Right, Jesse?
He won't come for you. He says that now.
Yeah, he would. He would save me.
And then the shit hits the fan, and he's like, "All right, I gotta protect my
would.
twins and my
He's good like
children and my girl." You know, and then he runs off.
When
and he's
did
like,
Chrome start talking like that? The 25% black that he is.
Don't you come near my family. And then he does, fuck Christopher Moss. I gotta protect my family. And then he runs off into the middle of the woods like Rick
Chrome would get me.
Grimes.
He would save my life. Just let me romanticize about this, Jesse. Don't ruin my visions. All right. Weird ass show once again over here. Wonderful. All right. I'm so thrown off. I'm so thrown off right. What were we even talking about? We're talking about weight.
Yeah.
You better back
Romero
up.
and
You're going to go to sleep. And then you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Shit hits the fan, fuck them kids.
See?
Yeah, right.
That's right.
Fuck them kids, but let's go find Chris.
Think about the content. It's about content. We could live stream while we survive the apocalypse. All right. So anyway, thank you, Chrome. Appreciate that. So here's the thing. I saw some people in the chat saying I'm rooting, I just want Izzy to lose or I'm rooting against Izzy. I think Izzy's going to win. I really do believe Izzy's going to win. I think there's a lot of ways Izzy will win this fight. Yoel can knock him out. It's possible. Yoel's knocked out many of his opponents. But I just see Izzy all day. I see Izzy. He's got the cardio. He's smart. He's very intelligent in that cage. He's got that rangy, long striking attack. He's going to make it very difficult for Yoel. And Yoel gets a little sloppy later on in the fight. That whole sticking his tongue out and trying to make out with him and shit. I think that's going to be a problem. So I got Izzy for the win. I don't want him to win. I want Yoel. I think it'd be hilarious. A 42-year-old jacked up Cuban missile for the win. That would be great. But I think Izzy is going to win. I do. You know what that means? He's probably going to lose.
Me.
He's going to lose because I always pick against him. Get away from me. Coronavirus. Anyway, what do you think in the chat? Who's going to win that fight? Izzy or Romero?
Texas Veteran says same. I think Izzy wins, but I'm rooting for Yoel and betting on Yoel for the odds. And it says, is he going to win?
And then you better back up. You're going to go to sleep. And then you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
We got Barney in the chat.
The rubbish slides. Ribbons butt soaps Pilato on top of the inheritance. Ribbons butt certifies Pilato.
What?
Pilato jumps underneath her. The coronavirus was created by the Chinese government to silence the growing number of Hong Kong protesters.
Well, you know what? I got someone that can talk about that.
It's always Barney that comes in with stuff.
Fake news. Oh, there you go. So the bat would know better than anyone. Yeah. All right. Thank you for the donation, Barney. Appreciate it. You're wonderful. I do want to get into the Adesanya versus Romero situation. Let's talk about the weight situation, Jesse, if we can, please.
Yeah.
And then you better back up or you're going to go to sleep. And then you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Lethal Weapon remake starring Chrome and Moss and get Justin Jr. as the Joe Pesci character. Moss will be in a shootout yelling for backup from Justin and Justin busy talking to Dispatch about how many subs he has. Chrome knocking up half the female cadets.
I would totally watch that movie. 100% over here. I'm trying to look for the story. Did you put it over here, Jess?
Yeah, it's the first story.
It's the first story. Okay. Thank you, Kainoto, for the donation. That was wonderful. Thank you to all the donations tonight on a Monday. You guys rock. You guys are... Luke, what are they?
Wonderful.
They're wonderful. All right, we got another donation coming in over here. Let's let it play and get right back into the news as we're firing away on a Monday night.
You're going to go to sleep. And then you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
MOS, if Khabib beats Ferguson in April, will you entertain the pound-for-pound conversation you once had with JBH and anoint the Eagle the king?
Ooh, that's a good question. Do I make him the king over John Bones Jones?
Because
if he wins against Ferguson.
One of the best of the best in his division.
He's already very, very good, right? I mean, that's obvious.
And if he beats Tony Ferguson, who is arguably one of the best in the division.
Yeah. But Tony Ferguson...
If not the best, having not fought Khabib.
Man. John Jones, yes. Has he, as of late, has he been as dominant as he usually is? No. But he's still defending the belt.
And then you better back up.
I don't know.
That's a good question, though.
I don't know.
You can go to sleep too.
Saturday night, every time Yoel sticks his tongue out, Yoel should play that song Let Me Lick You Up and Down till you say stop playing in the background.
Let me lick you up and down until she says stop. I think that's how it goes. Thank you, Chrome.
What
That'd
is
be great.
that?
It's a song.
Yeah, what song?
Let me look you up and down. It's
That's
listen.
not the name of the song. Who sings it?
Trust me, that's the song. That's the song, Young Jesse. Old people know.
Of course you would know, right?
Old people will know. Okay. Wait, hold on. What were we talking? Oh, so that Khabib situation, Jess?
Yeah.
I got to say, if he destroys Tony Ferguson, if he just runs through Tony and finishes him early in the fight, just destroys him, it would be very tough for me to argue against the fact that this guy is a god.
Wait, so you're saying if it went to a decision,
if it was a war, it was a decision, it was like a split or some shit like that.
You still wouldn't give Khabib the credit of beating arguably the best in the division.
Man, how do you forget what John Jones has done? Like it baffles my fucking mind.
Forget John Jones. Put John Jones aside. We're talking about Khabib and the lightweight division. We're not talking about the light heavyweight division. We're talking about
pound for pound, Jesse. That's the conversation we're having.
Well, still, Khabib, in my opinion, arguably was the first in pound for pound.
That's the
I have no
conversation
idea why John Jones was. But Khabib's never cheated. He's never done anything to put himself ahead in the game. You know, like, it's weird to me that you just can't bring yourself to give him the credit that he would be due if he would beat Tony Ferguson.
I am not saying Khabib sucks in any way. I am not saying that. I am not saying he's a scrub, he's a bum, he's a this, he's a that. That's not what I'm saying. I think Khabib is fantastic. At 155, he could possibly be the best ever at 155. I mean, I think he is, really. Tony Ferguson is a very big test for him.
The best in his division.
And I want to see how this goes down. Yeah, I'm going to go out and say, yes, Khabib is the best 155er ever. I'm going to say that, okay? But at pound for pound, and you're putting him up against John Bones Jones, I mean, damn, John Bones Jones, this guy is the best of the best. He beat you in every single way.
Right, but you're missing my point.
Defended the belt multiple times against champions.
You're taking a lightweight champion. And a light heavyweight champion, one of which have taken certain advantages, illegal advantages, to get ahead, you know, and one has not. Which one do you give it to? Forget their names. Forget what they've done. Forget any of that. You got two competitors for the best pound-for-pound fighter. One of them has cheated to get ahead. One of them has not. Both of them are great fighters. Which one do you put for the best pound? No, answer my question. Which one do you put as the best pound-for-pound fighter?
I look at it this way.
The cheater or the non-cheater?
Is John Jones still winning?
If you say both are equal in fighting, then you take the cheater or the non-cheater to put as the best pound-for-pound fighter.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
No, answer my question.
I'm going to ask you this question.
Answer my question.
And I promise I'll answer
you. Can't.
Okay. Yes, I will, because I'm going to answer
because Khabib belongs in the top.
I'm going to answer it for you. When John Jones was competing in his younger days, was he not competing against other people that were cheating as well?
Very fair argument.
Okay.
I give you that.
So he was in the steroid era, and he was dominating over there. Whether he was pulsing or picograms. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Was Khabib dominating in a steroid era?
Not a steroid era, but you could argue that there are steroid users in his division, yes.
How many champions has Khabib beat besides Conor McGregor, who is the 145-pound champion?
Fair.
Right. How many champions?
But do you really need champions to decide whether or not a fighter is better?
How did he get the belt?
But answer my question. Do you really need champions to decide if one fighter is better? You do. Why?
Because if you're talking pound for pound, okay, John Jones beat legit champions. I'm talking legit beast opponent champions with gold belts around their waist.
Top tier fighter
Khabib
and champion.
beat Conor.
Yes.
Conor was the 145-pound champion. What 155-pound champion did he beat?
Now you're going to go through weight classes because one person cut a little bit more weight, but can still fight in his weight class.
And my
that doesn't make any sense.
My case is closed right now.
No. You have a very open case. There's nothing closed here.
Khabib never won the belt. He never won it.
What
he
are you
defended
talking
it,
about?
but he never won it.
Explain to me
Who did he beat for the
logic.
belt? How did he get the 155-pound
no,
belt?
I'd love to hear your logic. Explain it.
Who did he beat, Jesse, for the 155-pound belt? Khabib, fan. Let's let Jesse, and you can help her out.
Tell me.
Who did he beat for the 155-pound belt?
Listen, tell me. You're making your point.
Someone just said it, Jesse. Who did he beat?
Iaquinta.
Yes. Al Iaquinta filled in on short notice. He was fighting on that card, training for a 3-round fight, and he went the distance and fought Al Iaquinta. He never won the actual belt. Never won it. He defended it, yes.
My question
never
for you
won
is
it.
Why do you need him to beat more champions than another fighter does? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Because I am not talking about Khabib's legacy at 155, I think at 155, yes, he's the best. But when you're talking about Jon Jones,
I'm talking about a pound for pound
you better
champion.
sit down. You better sit the fook down.
Yeah, you're saying sit down. No. Why would you do that?
I'm
That's really rude.
I'm gonna play this donation.
I would never do that to you.
You might have help.
No, you're trying to shut me up.
I live for these MOS and JBH Khabib conversations.
Thank you, Batgirl.
Okay, good.
Now, Moss, let me just keep this in mind. Moss did that to shut me up because he has no further argument aside from this.
I won, hands down.
My main question for you was, why do you need someone who beats former champions to be a pound for pound great? The fact
you want me to answer that, or you want to ask?
You have to remember, when you're taking into account a pound for pound great, you're also considering their fighting style, their strategy, whether or not they've cheated, which is a huge factor in this game. The fact that one fell in just shy of the first spot ranking. Like, there are so many other things that you could take into consideration here. And you're just focusing on, oh, well, he beat more champions.
I mean, we're talking, Jesse, I hate to break this to you. We're talking pound for pound, which is a conversation that's ridiculous on its own, okay? But if you want to really get into this conversation, it comes down to the little things. Okay. Yes, Khabib has dominated 155, but he has not beat a champ to win the belt, and he is defending, and he looks great. If he beats Tony Ferguson, his case is even better. But when it comes down to it, Jon Jones beat legit champions, like legends of the sport. What legend did Khabib beat?
But that's where the original question
legend,
lies.
Connor?
This is where the original question lies. If he beat Tony Ferguson, would you consider him as the pound for pound great?
I'm going to say no.
You would not.
No, I wouldn't. Just because
Why didn't you give that answer in the first place? How come you had to string it along and be like, oh, I don't know, but you knew in the very beginning. I had to think
about it. No, hold on. Because if I'm going to give you an answer, I have to think about it. I'm not going to be irrational. I had to have a conversation with you. My point solidified, and I'm going to stick with it.
So what would it take for you to consider Khabib Nurmagomedov as a pound for pound great?
If Khabib destroys Tony Ferguson, like just embarrasses Tony Ferguson, I think your argument's a little bit better. But I still have to lean towards Jon Jones just because of his accolades.
What would it take for the argument of Khabib to be valid to you?
What would it take? He's got to beat a champion.
Okay, so no other person, regardless of the fact that it's Tony Ferguson, who is arguably the second best in his division.
Tony Ferguson could be considered a champion. He won the interim strap.
The guy is amazing.
He did win the interim strap, so he technically is a champion. So you can throw him out there and say, okay, Tony Ferguson, who has run through the 155-pound weight class, is one guy.
But that's not enough for you. You need him to beat multiple champions.
Oh my goodness!
Right?
I'm going to show. I will.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Do you need him to beat multiple champions in order to be pound for pound great?
I'm slaying you right now.
I'm going to
slay you some more. Hold on a second.
I'm not looking to be slayed. I'm just trying to get where you're coming from. So you're saying you need him to beat multiple champions to be the pound for pound great?
How many times you got to repeat it? Yes.
No, that's not what you said. You didn't say how many times.
No, hold on a second. Okay. Jesus Christ. This is thank you, Batgirl, for igniting this Khabib one.
Or you can have an adult conversation and just tell me your piece. Listen, I'm not saying you're right or wrong.
I hate embarrassing.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion. And that's extremely immature if you're looking to embarrass someone.
Okay, hold on. Watch this, Jesse. Watch. I'm just going to show you something real quick. I love that you have an opposing opinion because that's what makes the show interesting. We have 26-1-0, and yes, he did cheat. He did get caught, okay? You go through the resume of Jon Bones Jones, okay? As of late, is he beating champions? Nah, not really, okay? But he's still defending his belt. You got guys down over here with Vitor Belfort, who is a fucking roid machine. Lyoto Machida, champion. You have Ryan Bader, who is a double champ in Bellator. You have Shogun Rua, champion. You got Lyoto Machida, champion. Rashad Evans, a champion. You're talking champions here. Legend, like Hall of Fame champions here, okay? When you look at Khabib, where the fuck are the Hall of Fame champions? Where, and they don't even have to be. You know what? Let's put it. Bless you.
Thank you.
Where they don't even have to be champions, Jesse. Where are the Hall of Famers that Khabib beat?
All right, let me ask you one more question, and then I'll let it be. And like I said, everyone's entitled to their opinion. If you believe Jon Jones belongs in the pound for pound spot, that's your opinion. I don't criticize you for it. I disagree, but I don't criticize you for it. But my final question, and I ask you to be completely honest with me, because I know there's a part of you that's going to want to be like, no. But let me just ask
the question, because we have limited time.
Do you feel that Khabib Nurmagomedov does not belong in the top pound for pound champion because you're a little hurt that he beat your favorite Conor McGregor?
No, Jesse.
Are you lying to me?
I just gave you fact. But I just gave you facts.
You brought up to me the champions that Jon Jones has beat.
Let me tell you this. I'm a huge Daniel Cormier fan. John Jones destroyed my Daniel Cormier multiple times, and I was very upset about this. I've done streams bashing John Jones.
But you're more
and
of a Conor fan than Daniel Cormier.
Hold on a second. I even said to John Jones to his face that I'm a big Cormier fan. That's how big of a nut rider I am of Daniel Cormier. John Jones has put Cormier in his place. Cheating or no cheating, whatever you want to say about that, I have to give credit for what I've seen inside the cage. This is me being a professional over here. It's not about the Conor situation. I don't give a fuck. Conor could keep losing. I don't give a shit. I'll still talk shit about Conor. But when it comes down to pound for pound, I've done streams bashing Conor. When it comes down to pound for pound, to say Khabib is pound for pound the GOAT over John Jones is delusional.
Okay.
We must move on. We have a little time.
You want to move on because you don't want to talk about it anymore.
No, I hate beating you up, man. It's like I feel like I'm...
That's what someone who's losing says. The moment you have to reassert yourself as the winner, you're the loser.
All right. Anyway, let's get into the donations over here because this is becoming autistic, Jess.
Okay.
Super chat.
Let's see what Harvey has to say.
Drugs or not. GSP is P4P GOAT. And thread.
GSP, and there you go. That ends the conversation. 100%. Jesse, what do you think about that? GSP or Khabib? Now, if you're going to say Khabib
not
over...
even fighting right now.
GSP or Khabib? Who is the GOAT?
I would say GSP, but if we're talking active fighter, Khabib.
Okay. Next donation. Coming in on a Monday night.
Super chat.
We got Drunk Savage.
Khabib beat Conor, so he is the champ.
Could beat Conor because he's the champ. What? So he is the champ? What does that doesn't even make sense? What does that even mean? So he's the 145 champ?
Drunk.
He's got to be drunk. Thank you, Drunk.
No, I'm
Appreciate
trying
it.
to get under your skin, Moss.
No, that's not. You're not getting under my. You know what's getting under my skin? Ridiculous logic. I mean, let's be serious.
No, but it's a joke. Trying to get under your skin because
okay.
You like Conor so much, and we're arguing if Khabib.
Why does everyone else got to bring in Conor? I mean, Conor's great. I don't know why. You guys bring him up more than me.
Khabib couldn't sniff Jones' jock strap. Case closed.
I mean, it's I don't like. Sometimes I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone, Cole. Sometimes and thank you, Batgirl, for stirring up this conversation. I mean, listen. Khabib has a chance to be
conversation that needed to be had.
Khabib has the chance to be one of the greatest fighters. Here's another thing: Khabib's missed weight. How many times has John Jones missed weight? Khabib has ruined fight cards. John Jones never.
Listen, I mean,
besides the cheating, the cheating thing. I
was just gonna say, if you're gonna speak in matters of unprofessional,
but he's never missed weight.
Khabib missed weight, but he's never cheated. He's never used
missed weight.
steroids to get ahead.
So
there you go.
You can go to sleep too.
Eric Melton.
John Jones beat Mauricio Rua. Khabib beat an insurance salesman that got beat by Mike Perry this last weekend.
I love you, Al.
John Jones fought and still fights a lot. Khabib has barely defended his belt. Jones is a monster.
Khabib has religious reasons.
Oh, fuck religion. This is MMA. We're not making
religion has a lot to do with whether or not you work.
It's like the excuse
I don't know
holes.
if you're aware, Moss, but there's a lot of religions out there, and with each religion, there's certain stipulations.
You're making Khabib
Sorry,
fans hate Khabib.
not everyone is Catholic like you.
So you're saying that we should make exceptions because of his religion?
No, his religion determines when he can work.
So does his religion make him miss weight?
No, but does John Jones' religion make him use steroids? No.
God made him good. got him off steroids.
Your response to a guy taking steroids is, well, other people take steroids too.
Brock Lesnar.
Also, Richard never failed a drug test. Rampage never failed a drug test. Shogun Ruan never failed a drug test. LW is a way tougher division than LHW also. Big fail mo.
Kevin,
it's Kevin.
This might be one of the times where we're actually on the same page.
That was Kainono. Sorry, Kainono. Kevin, listen, here's the deal. We're talking about activities in the cage, okay? We're talking about resume versus resume. Now, if you want to play games outside, you could play games outside. You could take that wrestling trophy, you could shove it up your ass. But here we're talking about MMA.
That's an immature argument to attack him.
We're talking about stats.
Why would you attack him personally?
Stats, baby.
That's an immature argument, does. Personal attack is the first sign of a loser.
You can't beat me, guys. You can't. You can try, but you can't beat me.
So you wanted to get these for before or after the fight training.
Here got CBD time. Samuel Gonzalez.
Hashtag DC for life.
There we go. That's the real GOAT right there,
right,
Daniel Cormier.
Question,
that's the real double champ.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you like Conor McGregor more than DC?
Do I like Conor more than DC? I like Conor because he's funny as all hell. I think the Conor's circus makes him
I don't want your explanation.
over everyone else. Yes.
Do you like him more than DC?
I do.
You do.
Yeah.
So the fact that John Jones beat a fighter that you don't like as much as Conor makes it acceptable for him to be the pound for pound GOAT.
How does that argument have anything to do with the resumes?
The fact that a fighter beat the guy that you like more, he's no longer allowed to be the pound for pound GOAT.
My brain hurts from her argument. It's so ridiculous.
Conor's knicker diarrhea is GOAT big knickers.
She's thank you. I don't know what that meant. But she's trying to play the whole Conor thing. I didn't bring Conor into the conversation.
No, I did.
The only time you bring Conor into this conversation, if you were smart, you were bringing it to the fact that he got choked the fuck out from Habib.
This is what he does. He attacks your intelligence and stuff like that.
Hold on.
Because he knows he's losing.
I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to help you win.
Not once in this argument have I attacked your intelligence.
Because I've been saying nothing but facts. Now, here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. I don't like beating up on my girlfriend. Because sometimes I feel
you do. You're
I feel like
such a liar.
War Machine. So I don't like
so
beating up on her. Oh shit! Look out! Batgirl! Coming in with the Habib time!
Hey, I want to ask
you
guys.
My God! Look out!
Hey, I want to ask you guys, what time is it?
Here we go, Batgirl. What do you got?
Jesse's smirk when she mentioned Conor was low-key savage. We all know what time it is.
There you go.
Batgirl!
Thank you, Batgirl. That was extraordinarily generous over there. Holy shit, Batgirl making it rain. Okay, and thank you. I know, Sean Hart. It's crazy. People like to drag.
No, you're right, Sean. I brought up Conor. I admittedly brought up Conor. He didn't bring up Conor. I did.
Here's the deal. When people know they're losing an argument against me, they bring something else up. That's how I know I won. It happens every time.
You can go to sleep.
Happens every time. Eric Melton, what's up, Eric?
Khabib's legacy is still being wrote, but until he retires, he will not get his due. But he will always be known as a boring fighter.
Well, listen. I think Khabib is very, very good 155. This is what sucks, how it gets lost in the mix over here. I think Khabib is the best 155er. Like, when you really think about it, you can't argue that. But pound for pound, you have a very good argument for that. And there's a lot. What up, Mighty Mouse? I think Mighty Mouse has a better legacy than fucking Khabib.
I could argue that, yeah.
So, I mean, let's be honest. Khabib is not God. He's Allah.
When did I ever say he was
Or is he
God?
Allah? Who is he pray to? I don't know who he is.
When did I ever argue that he was better than other fighters? All I said was
you brought in Conor. I'll bring in Mighty Mouse.
You need to back up, but you can go to sleep.
That doesn't hurt me, though.
Vlad.
I'm not even sure how we can compare the resumes. You realize John spent the majority of his career fighting top competition while Khabib had his first 16 or so fights padded with nobodies. Khabib's great, but I can't put him ahead of GSP. But Conor.
When you're losing, you just here's the deal. You try to get to me, you bring up Conor. It's not going to get to me. You can try everything. I got to give Kevin respect, though. At least Kevin brought up stuff with the whole steroid situation. That's
I brought that
knowledgeable stuff over there.
Hello?
But here's the thing. No, you were banking on the Conor situation.
No, if you recall, I brought up Conor after I made my points.
Super chat.
0 points.
Does anybody
Mystical
miss that?
always wins.
Like,
always wins.
Let me lick you up and down till you say stop. Let me play with your body, baby, and make you real hot.
There you
Keith
go.
Sweat. Freak me.
There you go. Thank you, Squid Jones. That's the song, Jesse.
Can I ask you, where were you during the entire exchange?
I was too busy winning. I was too busy winning the argument.
I think you were so focused on winning that you weren't actually paying attention to the points that were being brought back and forth. Because if you were, I brought up all that stuff before I even mentioned Conor. Conor was just to get under your skin.
Yeah, here's the thing. Does a conversation ever stop? I mean, I already won. How many times do I got to win?
It's sad that you have to keep solidifying that you won.
BBR, what up?
JBH. Moss gonna headbutt you with his overhead.
Watch out, man.
Listen, know. Don't bring up Conor. God
here's
forbid.
The deal. I am always right. This is what we got to learn tonight.
This is a sad moment. This is a sad moment. You better be careful what you say, Moss.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to start the clock for the Save the Show, and I would love to get some phone calls tonight. But Batgirl, thank you. Your generosity is through the roof. Welcome back, and I hope you're wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
But let's be serious here. As my beard grows and my birthday approaches.
Oh, God, here he goes. Playing on your heartstrings because of his birthday.
I'm having a moment. My wisdom grows. The intellectual side of me grows. And I spread my knowledge for your benefit.
The immaturity also grows.
Here on the MMA Holes, I bring you here on this glorious Monday night to show you how to win a conversation or a debate. No need for low blows, friends. This
Says
beard,
you, the king of low blows.
no need to interrupt. This beard is majestic. I want you to absorb it with your eyeballs. Absorb my velvet voice with your ears. And enjoy, because you're welcome. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to do a save the show. Before we do that, 100 likes. All right, it's a goddamn party on a Monday night. You ready? I'm ready. Here we go, Jesse. Let's beat the ceiling.
100 likes. Watching fights. Fist so tight. MMA Holes. 100 likes. 100 likes. Let's go. Watching fights. Fist so tight. MMA Holes. 100 likes. 100 likes. Watching fights. Fist so tight. MMA Holes. 100 likes. 100 likes. Watching fights. Fist so tight. MMA Holes. 100 likes.
Mega show.
Slugs can choke on a carrot.
How many carrot chokers we got here, Jesse? How many we got? Couple.
8. I was about to say 105.
105?
Choking on a carrot.
All right. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for the likes. Appreciate it. Thank you for the donations. A couple more coming in over here. And then we're going to do Save the Show. I mean, you guys are awesome.
Connor's anus hisses hot diarrhea and farts cum.
That's true. Right, Connor?
Yes,
Connor
Connor's
agrees.
anus pisses hot diarrhea and farts cum.
That's from Anus McGregor. Shout out to Anus McGregor. Oh, shit. We got to hit our fucking sponsors, too. Oh, my
Can I
goodness.
pee real quick? I got to pee.
Oh, what are you peeing? Every 5 seconds, you got to pee.
I didn't pee at all this show.
Oh, my God. All right, you know what I'm going to do?
I spent a whole hour not peeing.
While you pee, I'm going to talk about the sponsors real quick, and then we're going to do the Save the Show.
You're going to do the live read?
I'm not going to do a live read. I'm just going to tell you what you got to do.
Okay, well, let me just pull this up just in case you get a little lost.
Don't worry. I'm not lost. I got it all.
In case you need to know about the...
All right, Jesse. Don't worry about it. Listen, I'm a veteran of the sport. I've been doing this for way long.
That's debatable. Good luck.
I started this
if he messes
community,
it up,
and I'm going to finish this community.
Don't worry if he messes
all right,
it up.
go to the bathroom, blabberface. Jesus Christ. First of all,
calling names.
Mystic Roots over here, 15% off. Promo code MMA-HOLE. That's right. If you want 15% off of your CBD, we got a link in the description, and it's going to get you the deals. That's right. The pain will go away. You can get your drops, your rubs, your hemp flour. Everything is down below. Check it out. Link in the description. Wonderful, wonderful. Hey, you want to place a bet? I got a place to do it. Link in the description. Bet DSI. You get double your money with promo code MMA-HOLE. Big fights this weekend. We want you to get double that cash. So if you think that Yoel Romero is going to win, well, you better put your Scott Oles on Yoel. Promo code MMA-HOLE, you double that shit. So link in the description. Promo code MMA-HOLE. Wonderful, wonderful. Yes. Hey, I know you're listening to me. I know you got pain. Now, when you're using your Mystic Roots, well, you might want to loosen up those muscles too. And Theragun will do that for you. It gets all the blood flowing into your calves. You can put it all over your body, your neck, your back, your pussy, and your...
Wonderful, wonderful.
Down below, we have a link where you'll get a $40 discount. So go check it down below. Get some attachments for your Theragun. Link in the description. Get it and feel better. Look at this Sticker Mule. That's right. Sticker Mule is wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
The best in the game. Cheap, affordable, yet they last through everything. We put them all over the place. The rain, the sun, the snow, the hail, the homeless people, the dogs chewing on them. Doesn't matter. They last. And they're cheap. We have all our promotion products with Sticker Mule. So if you want some stickers, go down on me. Go down in the description. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, stinky assholes. Here we go. Now, a lot of you try to wipe, but you never get it all done. You know? Sometimes you're in a rush. Or sometimes you're just wasting the whole roll of toilet paper. Well, this thing here, I was thinking about it today. While I sat on my bidet, I am so thankful that I have this thing. No more than like one wipe just to dry myself off. Completely clean. In fact, Jesse had dinner out of my asshole the other night. It was fantastic.
Wonderful, wonderful.
If you'd like a discount on a bidet, go down below in the description and get yourself a nice little percentage off. That's right. This shit's about $30 and you're going to be having a clean anus. That's right, baby. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I also want to give a shout out to ExpressVPN as well. You'll see it scrolling over here. ExpressVPN, we just jumped on the board with that. And they're great. You can protect yourself and you'll get a 35% discount on ExpressVPN down below. All right, let's start this clock. What are we doing over here, Jesse? We've wasted so much time. I want to get some phone calls in over here. Whoa, snap. Get to save the show.
Come on, get loud. MMA holes in the crowd. Come on, get loud. MMA holes in the crowd. Got MMA holes in the crowd. MMA holes in the crowd. MMA holes in the crowd.
No, Sean, I use it to wipe it because it's wet.
Fuck Moss, that shit was beautiful. Him crying my eyes out like a little gaylord. Shame on you, JBH. Save the fucking show.
There we go.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you, Social Vash, for the save. Jesse, what do you say about that?
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, so that is a $6 save. 6 more minutes if you want to save it. Drop a donation. Let's get some phone calls.
And then you need to back up, or you can go to sleep too.
MOS's speech just gave me a seizure. JK, unofficial to points, JBH.
Oh my God.
I love you so freaking much, Batgirl. I have to say, I wanted to say it earlier. I'm actually really glad that you're back. It's a breath of fresh air to see you back. I was actually a little worried about you, so thank you so much for being back.
That's right, Batgirl.
It's good to
Welcome.
see her in the chat and like
usually my
hanging
looks,
out with everyone.
my beauty gives women seizures. That's usually what happens.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not because
I've had
it's
a
a
seizure
good
or
thing.
two.
Sometimes when I get on top of Jessie, she has a seizure.
Everyone drop the bats in the chat for Batgirl.
That's right.
I'm so happy she's back. I'm happy she's good, you know.
So let's go, friends. If you want to save the show, we'll open up the phone lines. Also, I mean, we got more stories to get into. I don't mean to be on Mondays. I try to blast through.
Yeah, because it's a 1 hour show.
I know we have the sponsors and all that shit, so I want to get all the stories out. So if you want to save the show, drop a donation. Whatever the denomination is, we'll extend it that much. So I see a $5 donation. That's 5 more minutes. So here we go. Drunk Savage coming in with the super chat. And if anyone else wants to help out, link in the description.
Chat.
Drunk Savage.
Save the show. Shout out to ExpressVPN. Welcome to the MMA-Holes family.
Yeah, baby.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I'm glad they're part of us.
Family's just growing and growing.
We might have something with the UFC too that's coming up, which I hope that happens. But
yes. Shh,
we can't talk about it.
Yeah.
So ExpressVPN, yeah. I was thrilled because I'm going to move and now I could watch New York stuff. No one knows where I'm at.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Let's save the freaking show. We got 5 minutes left and I don't want to go yet. I have to be perfectly honest with you. I don't want to go.
Why?
I'm actually so in it tonight. Like I'm having fun.
Shit. Triggered! Lee! Triggered!
JBH, good job on the clone, seems legit. I noticed one less wrinkle on his forehead, so I'm not buying it. RIP Moss. Smiley face. Save show. He didn't complain about naps. Jessie hasn't peed. The holes have been compromised. Okay, she did pee. Maybe it's okay. £4 equals stupid.
Because I said I was going to kill you.
Yeah,
so
I'm
I
alive.
killed you and I made a clone of you.
Yeah, she almost killed me tonight too. It's a recurring thing.
RIP Flyweight Division.
Woo!
Save the friggin' show.
That's
Hell
right,
yeah, baby.
Jeremiah.
So you got Lee W and Jeremiah.
Come on, guys.
Now?
Let's save the show.
You got Lee W's
Yep,
too?
I just put it in.
Hell yeah, baby. So
Let's
we got
save
22
the show,
more
guys.
minutes.
I want to stay here. I want to stay here for like 2 hours. Let's do this. Let's save the show for 2 hours. We're at 22 minutes, so we need an hour and a half more.
Hell yeah.
Come on, guys. We can do it.
That's right, 3 minutes and 42 seconds. If you want to save it, link in the description, drop a donation, and we'll extend it that much more. I can't wait to hear the phone calls tonight. We will have calls because we do have 22 minutes at least. And this situation with Cutelaba, we'll talk about. We'll talk about Romero versus Adesanya. We'll talk about the pound-for-pound debate if you guys want to jump back into that shit as well. The Henry Solstice Studios of New York is where we reside. We're going to be moving to Arizona. It's still the Henry Solstice Studios of Arizona, but if we get a crazy donation, again, link in the description, we might change that. Who knows? How long, Jesse, will we have the Henry Solstice Studios? What do you think?
I saw Texas Veteran talking about changing the name. So there's a part of me that wants to be like, nah, he's not going to do it. But then there's this other part of me that's like, well, what if he does? You know?
Anything's possible. You never know.
I want to give it like 2 weeks maybe before the studio name is changed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
2 weeks. What do you think in the chat? Will it ever happen, or will it forever be the Henry Solstice Studios? And Henry, you are
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, shite! Eric Melton with the 20 farting on Jesse. Oh, boom! Yes! Yeah! Woo! Yeah, Eric.
I love this show. Both of you rock.
Eric!
Eric!
Wonderful,
Woo,
wonderful.
for Eric. We're at 42 minutes, guys. We need 1 more hour. Let's go. Let's save the show for 1 more hour. 2 hours. Let's get 2 hours in the chat. 2 hours. 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 2 hours.
Wonderful.
Jesse's fired up tonight. So I saw someone say, what if someone does the 500, does that thing? It's a rollover.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to explain it?
It's 2 hours every Monday night. So it would be 2 hours tonight, and then there's 3 hours, or whatever, how many hours
So you're saving a bunch of shows, basically.
Yeah, it would roll over to the next Monday for 2 hours, and the next Monday for 2 hours until that 500 is run out.
There
So
you
you
go.
guys wouldn't have to save the show for a couple Mondays.
Oh, damn! We got Vlad with the 20!
Save the show.
Oh, shit! Whoa! Yeah, Vlad with a 20!
1 hour and
Wonderful,
2
wonderful.
minutes.
Wow,
1
we have
hour.
a minute left in the game, and we'll see if there's any more saves. Aiden says, I think this is enough. So
What?
He's like, nah, it's good enough. I had
Aiden, just because you have a bedtime doesn't
Whoa.
mean I have a bedtime.
Jesse
Let's
wants the
go for
all-night
2
party.
more hours! Ah! Ah! 2 more hours! Yeah! Let's take the show! Yeah, baby!
Oh, shite! Pervert time! Pervert time! Yeah! Hey!
I can see your underwear. Put your boobies in the air. Flapping like I just don't care.
Can I lick your pubic hair?
Snap a picture, time to share. Took my meat vision impaired. Filthy mind, I need a prayer. Pervert cameraman, beware. Pervert cameraman, show them tits. Pervert cameraman,
Yeah.
$10 tip.
pervert cameraman,
Ariel Celeste.
pervert cameraman,
Show them breasts.
boobies.
Fuki broke bastards. I want my core. Save the show.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
Damn.
You better back up or you're going to go to sleep.
Oh,
Then you
at the
back up,
buzzer.
You can go to sleep too.
Batgirl.
We need a JBH wearing her paper cut on a hoodie as part of the MMA-Holes merch
I would
inventory.
pose.
Should
It
do
would
that.
be wonderful, wonderful.
You sh-
Saving shows.
I would do that. I would pose. I would pose for the MMA Holes merch for sure.
All right,
With
Jesse.
my papaka.
You know what?
Wearing an MMA Holes hoodie.
The Just Jitsu shirts. Or actually, it should be. Yeah, but he's not a jiu-jitsu guy. Sambo. Just Sam BH.
Jessling. Wrestling.
BH.
Jessling. Like wrestling,
doesn't
right?
work.
Jessling.
Just Jitsu works better. All right, how much time are we putting on this clock?
A minute and an hour
A
and
minute?
an hour and 14.
A lot of donations for just that.
An hour and 14 minutes, Moss.
Hour and 4. Wow, man, that's awesome. That's wonderful, wonderful chat. Thank you very much.
I don't have to go to bed yet.
Woo-hoo. All right, so there we go. We put it on the clock, and
Can I
there it
open the
is.
window?
Yeah, it's hot as balls in here.
Freaking steaming in here.
I don't know why it's so fucking
I
hot.
think
All right.
the radiator's on.
You think so, huh? Well, it's actually not that cold out. So, all right, here we go. The time's on the clock. We're going to open some phone lines, and I am going to get this ready over here. What's that? Oh, yeah, but should I wait for the birthday? Is that a birthday gift or?
He said open it now.
Open it now.
He kept saying in the chat, open it.
All right, so then we'll start off with that. All right, pass that up. Let's see what we got here. Let's open it up. Let's open that shit up. Shit up. Shit up.
Can I open it?
Go ahead, Jesse.
What is it? Oh, wait, if it's a birthday gift to Moss, I will not open it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it a birthday gift? Because if it is,
Jess,
he
will we
opens.
put on the show out there too? Hold on. She just left all the blinds open.
Sorry. Oh, it's for me. It's for me, Moss. Can I open it?
No.
Sorry. My apologies. I forgot about the blinds. I always do that. Every time I open the window,
Can I take a guess? I
think he knows what it is.
I felt it, and I was like, I think I have an idea what this is.
I felt it right
Let me
here.
just put it to you this way. It's something that should have came before Saturday.
Yes, I agree. Because I felt it right here, and I was like, oh, that's probably
And I hope
what
it is what I think it is. All right. And take your guesses in the chat. This is from the Drunk Savage. If you want to send anything to the MMA Holes, there's an address down below. Okay. What do we got?
Oh, I think you're right, Moss.
Ah, yeah, baby. The best gift of all time. Oh, thank God. Yes. Yes.
Oh, God. How do I open this so I can show them? Hold on.
Oh, this is amazing. This is the best gift ever.
All right.
Oh, man. We needed this so bad.
He was right.
We need this so bad. In the worst way.
I said I would use it, too, if it was.
What is it, Jesse?
I got a kid's sippy cup.
There you go.
For my wine.
I don't know if this will fiddle her wine that she likes to put in here. Is this enough?
No,
and I am not even
refill
kidding.
it about 5 times.
Jess, I want you to use it.
No, I will. I will because I know I'm prone to spilling. I know.
You think this is a joke?
It's not
but
a joke.
This is not a
it's
joke.
It's really not a joke.
I mean, we've had pretty nasty spills that cost us a lot of money. So thank you, Drunk. You are the best.
I'll do it right now.
And you're also saving my life.
I'll go put my wine in it right now. Hold on.
Wait, you should wash that
Yeah,
first.
it takes 2 seconds.
We're going to just wash. Do it later. What are you gonna do?
No, do it right now. Look, it comes
Oh
with an
my
extra
goodness.
straw too.
No, Jesse, do it. They paid hard-earned money. They're gonna sit here while you're washing a fucking sippy cup.
Take me 2 seconds.
Anyway, all right, we're gonna open up some phone lines.
I got a sippy cup for my wine. Oh, Masa has a strap too.
Drunk, I love you to death. I really love you to death. But this will take about 30 minutes for her to get over this.
I'll do it next time.
We do have a show. I mean, these people paid hard-earned money. I want to make sure.
Oh, easy open.
All right, here you go.
Oh,
Okay, we'll just keep it on Jesse.
Look at this.
Was it made in China? Yeah, that's
the little straw pops out and you close it.
And she's putting it up to her mouth. Like, all I'm thinking is coronavirus. Like, that's all I'm thinking right now.
Oh, it's awesome.
The coronavirus cup. All right.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Drunk, for that wonderful, wonderful gift.
I will use it for sure.
All right, you want to wash it while...
No, forget. I'll wait. Because you don't want me to wash. It's fine.
No, you could wash it, but be
I'll
damn
wait.
quick. All right, so...
It's an actual kid's...
That is a great gift.
Oh, God. That's
Okay,
funny.
where is Hangouts? Why am I losing...
It's funny because I need it.
You sure do.
Oh, man. So clumsy with drinks.
Hangouts. There we go. Why? All right. Let's put this. Let's get this ready to roll. All right. So we're gonna open up the phone lines, friends.
He said I had to stop the madness.
Yeah. It was getting mad. It was. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you ready for phone calls? Jess, you ready for phone calls?
I'm ready for phone calls, boss.
All right. Here we go, baby. It's about to go down.
You're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
What's up, Jesse and Chris? It's Drunk Savage.
No way!
Drunk Savage. What's up, Jesse and Chris? It's Drunk Savage.
I can't believe you're calling right now. Drunk Savage, what's on your mind?
Not much.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I have a respect for everybody in the chat.
MMA-Holes.
Vlad's one of them. Kevin from Chicago. AMH, I mean the knitter.
I'm just enjoying this.
I can hear you.
Hi, this is Philly.
We have Sean Hart.
Hey there, what? What's up, man?
What's up, Pulse?
Oh, it's Justin Jr.
Fuck you, Chrome.
So Kaino.
Gaylord.
RX.
Mark Rowe. Eddie Michael Rowe. Indy Rust. Sean Man. Vigo. Big Bob. Basically Dragon White. Nick C. Vigo Star. Crunchy Dong. Shannon Stewart. Bro. Helio. Ben Shipman. CC 2.0. Peter Phillies.
Jeremiah. Hey, Lee W. Michael Anzalone. MMA-Holes. Man, what a wonderful, wonderful community.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Felix. I feel good. I feel sexy. I feel swole. He said later slap this.
I like biting your shoulder.
I know. I had to go to the bathroom and wipe your face off my shoulder, too.
What?
Nah, that's all right. I still love you, Jesse. You're the best.
I spit on you.
Yeah. All right, friends. Thank you for the save the shows. And this is going to be a wonderful, wonderful Monday night as we open up the phone lines. The Cutelaba stoppage, the Adesanya versus Romero fight that's happening. Will Romero make weight? The staph infection, or is it a staph infection? If you want to get into the pound-for-pound conversation, whatever the hell you want to talk about, it's time to do that as Jessie, I think, is washing her sippy cup. All right, 516-522-0267 is the number. 516-522-0267. We got an hour and 7 minutes, so let's get these calls in. Also, we'll try to make the calls as quick as possible so we can get as many people on tonight. That'd be fantastic and wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
But we do have a lot going on this show. We also have some more stories to get to as well. 832, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
What's up, Moss?
What's going on, Pulse?
Nothing much. Couple things I wanted to touch on. As far as Israel Adesanya, that's not staph infection.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that is?
What is it?
That's AIDS.
He's got AIDS?
That's what that is. There's a high rate of that in his community. And I'm not talking about Kiwi people.
So you're saying that he's got the AIDS?
That's what that is. His body's going to start falling off like Tom Hanks in Philadelphia.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
You ever seen that? You ever seen that movie, I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker?
Yeah.
You remember when Keenan bags that girl from the bar and he takes her home and she starts taking off her clothes? And then pretty soon she starts taking off her limbs like Mr. Potato Head?
Yeah, I remember that.
That's what's going to happen to Izzy.
Oh, man.
I'm telling you, Yoel's going to pick him apart.
Shit. So you got Yoel for the win. Do you think that this is going to be one of the reasons? He's going to slow down, get exhausted from the AIDS infection?
I mean, he went life and death with Gustafsson. And you got to think that Yoel hits harder than Kelvin. So, And then also he's a better wrestler. Yoel might be the best wrestler in the business. You know, arguably, I know you got Cejudo and Cormier, but he's up there with them. So I feel he's got more ways to win.
Okay. There you go. Anything else, Pulse?
Yeah, Cutelaba was robbed. Vlad's my guy. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He really thought he was Raw? That's crazy. The exact moment they stopped the fight, he was throwing a looping left hook. How could you do that if you were incoherent?
Yeah, you know? Listen, I'm with you. I do think that was a little ridiculous, but who knows? I mean, we will never know. We hear one side, the ref side, and Cutelaba's side, and Cutelaba's all upset about it. And I guess what can you do? We'll see what happens if the appeal goes through.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. I've heard many times fighters are going to appeal a loss in the history of the sport. I've never heard of one actually being appealed.
Mm-hmm. Jess, what do you think?
So,
I think he was just pretending. And
wait, so you think? Oh, so you're saying it was a bad stop?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And anything else?
No, that's it, man. Y'all guys be good.
All right. Thanks, Pulse. There's Pulse, Reloaded, Resurrected, all the Pulse, Jesse. Everyone. So what's going on, Jess? You're whispering. What's up?
I said yesy.
Oh, yesy. All right.
Wonderful.
Got a donation.
We got a donation. Let's play it.
Super
chat. Drunk Savage.
It even has a dragon on it.
Oh,
Dragon.
Does it really, Jess?
Yeah.
Oh, she filled it up.
I cleaned it and put my wine in it.
Oh, shit. I thought it was a cow. Let me see this thing.
It's a dragon.
That is a dragon. Oh, it's dripping.
It's a little wet.
That's a dragon. Yep, that is. Look at that. A dragon. Oh, my God.
I even turned it upside down and it doesn't spill.
Well.
No spillage. Look at it.
Great. Don't.
Let me.
It's all right. I believe you.
No spillage.
Oh, my God. Guys, it's right over the mixer.
No, it's not. The mixer's right there.
All right. Is your job in life to give me a heart attack? Is that the plan?
No spillage is what I'm saying.
All right. 516-522-0267. I sweat every show. It's like a roller coaster.
You don't have to sweat anymore. I have a sippy cup.
All right, give us a ring. We'd love to know what your thoughts on. And we didn't get to the Benavidez fight with Figueiredo too. That's something to talk about. As Benavidez takes the L, gets knocked out. It's kind of hard to watch. The Figueiredo, who, I mean, missed weight. Now there's no flyweight champion. Oh, what a mess! What an absolute mess. Do you have any thoughts on that fight, Jess? In hindsight?
Nah, not really.
No. Okay.
No.
All right. Leg go. 773, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what is on your mind?
What's up? How you guys doing?
Wonderful, wonderful.
What's up, Kevin?
Wonderful.
Man, before I get into John Jones stuff, this ref, you know what I heard someone say regarding the Cutelaba stoppages? Well, it's the ref's job to protect the fighter. It's the job of the ref is to protect the fighter. Like, is that the only job for the ref? That's the only thing they're supposed to do is go in there and protect the fighter. Nothing else matters. It's there to protect the fighter. No, man, they're supposed to stop the fight when the guy's out of it. That wasn't out of it. There is actually people co-signing that stoppage, which is insane. Just ridiculous. I think this one might get overturned. If there's any case that might get overturned, it's this one. But either way, it looks like they're going to run it back. At least I hope they do. As far as John Jones, CRIS, he failed the drug test, man. That's the end of the story. He'll be forever known as a drug cheat, just like Anderson Silva, just like T.J. Dillashaw. Not this idea that, well, other people fail drug tests too. It don't matter. And they're all drug cheats. They're all disqualified.
Okay.
And my third point, Tyson Fury. Have you heard people saying that he cheated with his gloves?
He cheated?
Have you heard that? Have you seen that?
No, I didn't hear about that. What do you mean?
Man,
like he loaded it up? He wrapped it up a little too much, or something was in there, or what's going on?
Dude, they're saying he didn't put the gloves on properly, or I don't know. Some of the most ridiculous shit I've heard. They can't get over that loss that Deontay Wilder took.
No, I didn't
they're
see.
taking it bad. They're not taking it good, so they're coming up with every excuse in the book.
Okay.
It's sad to see, but I'll let you guys do it. Take it easy.
All right, thank you for letting us. Yeah, I didn't hear about that, but here's the thing: they're having a third fight. Was it happening in July? I think they're talking about.
I
think we even have the story.
I have it right here.
Yeah, we'll go to the story real quick, and then we'll go back into the phone calls.
Yeah, July 18th.
Yeah, this is. I mean, if they're complaining about something about his gloves, it doesn't matter. They're going for it. And like we said before the fight, no matter what the outcome was, they're going to do it a third time. You have a draw, and you have Fury knocking Wilder or TKO victory, throwing the towel. Fury gets the win, and now we go to a third. I mean, no matter what the scenario is, unless one of them retired, they were going to do a third fight. It was inevitable. So I am not surprised by this. I didn't hear anything about it. I mean, it is what it is, but I got to say this. I'll be watching. You know, I'm in. Right? How are you not in? That was fantastic, right? That was fun. Both were fun.
Indeed, Mom.
Yeah. Gets me pumped up. You know, heavyweight boxing is something that pulls me back into the sport. I don't want to see the little guys. I want to see the big guys. I want to see the big muscular guys and fat frumpy guys. I want to see those guys. All right, let's take some more phone calls over here. 516-522-0267. Jess, is there a topic you specifically want to talk about?
No, the one I wanted to talk about, we already covered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for the phone calls I'm talking about. Your opinions on the phone lines and that shit.
I'd love to know what their opinions are on Khabib over John Jones being the pound for pound. But go, for sure.
All right, we can get into that. I mean, here's the thing. It's such an exhausting conversation.
All right, listen, you asked me.
I don't mind hearing their opinions on it, but it's just like I feel like we're chasing our tails here.
Here we go. Justin Jr. You're live with the MMA-Holes.
You remember his number now?
Yes.
Is that
What's going on?
Hey,
Moss, I disagree with you on a couple of things. And
okay.
JBH, I disagree with a couple things. First of all, the fight's in the works, and yes, it's probably going to happen, Moss, but it wasn't like, oh, this is going to happen. There was a 30-day contract to Wilder, so he could have declined the fight, and Fury could have gone to have his 2 matches in the career, and the fight would have never happened.
Wait, you're saying if Wilder won, he would have declined it? Am I hearing that?
No, the thing I'm saying is Fury won, okay?
Yes.
And then they had a 30-day contract where Wilder could accept or decline the rematch now.
Yes.
Look, the fight was probably going to happen, but it's not 100% because Wilder could have declined it and Fury could have gone on to have his 2 fights. On another note, the fight's going to sell itself. But, man, I'm not intrigued because, man, I mean, the second fight was so dominant. And come on, what can Wilder change in the matter of a couple months?
Yeah, he lost 2 fights, really, if you think about it.
Yeah, what'd you say?
If you think about it, he lost both fights. I mean, if you're being honest about the first one, too. I mean, I know people say, oh, it's a draw, but...
And this is coming from me, a Wilder fan. Now, here's one thing I disagreed on you with, JBH. How Khabib is number 1 pound for pound. Come on now. How is he number 1 pound for pound? When Khabib, you know, I just don't think he's accomplished enough things, man. I mean, you look at John Jones, steroids or not, for a little bit of his career, he was dominating world champs, dominating. Khabib hasn't proved enough. And Drunk, I know you made a point about Conor, how he beat Conor. He beat a washed-up Conor. Not really, I'm not saying washed up, not like an old Conor, but a Conor who wasn't focused, a Conor who was 2 years off the MMA game. Man.
Why'd you say it like that? MMA game. Oh.
He's tired, man. He's got a lot on his mind.
It's like you had to get rid of something, the coronavirus in your lungs.
I'm sick a little, and when I'm sick, I have heavy breathing.
Do you think you have the coronavirus?
No.
What are your symptoms? I can tell you if you have the coronavirus right now.
Okay, well, what's your reasoning for Khabib being number 1 pound for pound?
He wants to debate you.
Wait, but that didn't answer my question. I said, what are your symptoms?
Nah, fuck the coronavirus. He wants to debate.
I don't have corona.
He doesn't have it.
Oh, okay.
He's a doctor.
Sorry. Dr. Jesse over here only knows more. It's okay. It's cool. It's whatever. What was my reasoning for Khabib being 1 pound for pound? I thought I gave all my reasons. Did you miss that entire argument between myself and Moss?
Man. I love
all right, 516-522-0267.
No, I wanted to hear what he had to say.
It's taking too long. We gave him a lot. He had a lot there.
Nah, shit. I wanted to hear what he had to say.
Oh, it's hot. What? Oh, it's John Jones. We got a John Jones donation.
1, 2,
Daniel.
1, 2, 3, 4. John Jones, question show. 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 John Jones, question show.
Whoa, Daniel Caballos with the John Jones donation.
Save the show. BTW just started tuning in last week.
Nice.
Love this place. I now know where I will be for every UFC fight.
Yes!
Wonderful.
Every UFC fight and every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
That's right. Can't miss anything.
By the way, Moss, I think we make a good band. You were like air guitaring back there, and I was like,
you're buzzing. Oh,
you know,
yeah.
And
what were you doing?
You know, like you were air guitaring and I was air singing.
In the new studio, we're gonna have to figure out a better rig so you could like.
I gotta get a new mic because this one.
Manipulate that thing.
No, the connection here is fucked up. That's why I have to get a new mic. This cord here.
I don't know what's gonna be safe for you because this one here, you're gonna hate this. You ever see when I'm singing the karaoke?
I like this one because of how it sounds. It sounds more professional. But
you ever hear like when I'm doing the karaoke and I'm constantly fixing the mic? It's falling apart.
Oh, you fucked up. I
can't even touch.
You put oil on that thing.
No, this is not the oil part. This is not the that's fixed.
Didn't you put oil on both?
Not in this. No, this mic is a fantastic mic. This is like what Joe Rogan uses.
I
Robin
like
Quivers uses it. It's a great mic. It's a professional. They're both professional mics.
Yeah, but this one sounds better.
But this one here.
That one just looks better.
It's like a piece of junk. Like the connection. I don't know. Maybe it's the mic stand. Like the way it's connected over here. I don't know. But it's just like I can't even. I want to manipulate my mic.
Yeah, I can manipulate
mine. I constantly have to fix it. It's so annoying. Anyway, Batgirl coming in with a donation. Look at this, Jesse.
Man, you better back up or you're going to go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Jess and Moss, you guys should cover some slap boxing. That is right in the MMA Holes wheelhouse. It is insanely funny to watch. P.S. Is this the Finite kid?
Yeah, this is one of them. There's two. There's RX and Justin Jr. Justin Jr. is one of the guys who plays Fortnite with us. Yes,
that's right. Justin's a good kid.
But RX is the other one, and that's my baby over there. That's my son.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 516-522-0267. Thank you to the donators tonight, and thank you to Daniel jumping in, new to the show. Let me know in the chat, are you a new G, an OG? As we have 52 minutes in the show, and that's thanks to the Savers over there. We really appreciate it.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I can't wait for this card this weekend. Even though I don't think that, Romero deserves this title shot, it doesn't take anything away from how exciting the fight's going to be. It's still going to be a hell of a lot of fun. And then you have Weili Zhang or Zhang Weili versus JJ, Joanna and Jacek. That's going to be fire over there. Joanna looking completely confident. She always is, but she's extra confident here. And Zhang Weili is, 20-1? That girl is very good. Unknown caller, welcome to the MMA Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Yeah, it's me again. It's something I forgot to mention.
Yes.
But you say Jones' run is more impressive than Khabib.
Yeah, what's up with your phone? Are you covering the phone, or you're on speakerphone or something?
That's my bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, so you were saying that John Jones' run at 205 was more impressive than Khabib's, right? Because he's beaten more champions, but they've both beaten 5.
What do you mean, beaten 5?
Khabib's beaten 5. He's beaten 5 champions.
Khabib's beat 5 champions?
Yeah. He's beat RDA. He's beat Conor. He's beaten, who the fuck am I thinking? Who did he just fight? Poirier, interim champion.
Okay. Whoa.
And then Gaethje. Gaethje was champion of World Series of Fighting.
There's 4.
That's 4.
Aren't they all champions outside of the UFC?
I want to hear this. Wait, I want to hear this. He has a good point. Wait, I want to hear this.
And then after his next fight, because the original question was, do you think after this win, if he beats Kukui?
Hold on a second.
No.
Wait, hold on. Gaethje?
What about Gaethje?
Yeah.
Who fought Gaethje? Khabib?
Yeah, Khabib fought Gaethje.
When?
Okay, no, he didn't.
Wait, go to Khabib's psychology.
I was like, wait.
Okay, but Gaethje's next in line. Gaethje will be next in line. So you're saying after he beats Tony, because he's not losing to Tony.
He's not even a champion, so I mean, it doesn't even make any sense. But listen, Tony.
He's a wrestling champion.
It's Dustin Poirier.
No. Tony was interim champion. Tony was interim champion.
Yes. Tony was an interim champion, and Tony would be a very big notch on his belt. And RDA is a good point too. RDA was a beast. RDA was also a lot earlier in the careers, and regardless of the fact, he did take out RDA. So that's a good point over there. But other than this, you're talking like 2 guys.
But John Jones, if you look at his run, he beat a bunch of guys who are fighting middleweight now at 205. He beat, Machida. He's a middleweight in Bellator.
Okay, so I could debunk that.
Shogun is a middleweight in the UFC. Rashad finished as a middleweight.
Okay, so I'll debunk that in a second. Conor is a 145er. Dustin Poirier is a 145er.
Oh, God,
okay?
Here we go with the
Michael Johnson was a
145er.
Who else is?
What do you mean? Wait. Conor was champ at 55.
Yeah, in Ireland, not in the UFC. Hold on a second.
Wait,
Jesse, hold on.
No,
he's debating me, not you. Hold on a second.
He beat Eddie Alvarez for the 55-pound strap.
Hold on a second. Just let's just settle. Wait,
I'm allowed to be on
who
his
beat
side.
Eddie Alvarez? Wait, you're talking Conor?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a 55er.
Listen. Okay. You're saying that John Jones. Your point was John Jones was beating middleweights. That was your point, correct?
I mean, if you look at this run, his last fighters, Anthony Smith, Thiago Santos, those are guys who came up from 85. Those are 85ers.
So if that's your point, then what about the guys that came up from 145? They don't count?
What about them?
Who? Dustin Poirier, Michael Johnson, who fought at 145.
Michael
Conor
Johnson
McGregor.
wasn't one of the champs that he mentioned.
Michael Johnson's a 145er is what I'm saying.
Exactly. So how is
Jesse,
he relevant?
You are saying the dumbest shit.
No, it's
he's
not.
Talking about,
if he's not,
hold on.
he's talking about him beating champs.
Oh my God,
Chris.
Jesse, I'm surrounded by autism. He's talking about.
No, you're saying that because
middleweights.
you feel cornered.
No, he's talking about middle. Listen to the. You're not even listening.
Yeah, you're talking about fighters who are moving up in weight class to fight a champion.
Jesse,
Michael Johnson is not one of the champions, though, that Pulse had mentioned.
Oh my God, I am surrounded. I am on all angles. I'm surrounded by the autism here. He said middleweights.
Do you have to take jabs? Does that make you feel better about your argument?
Listen to me. He said middleweights. Okay, none of those middleweights are champions that John Jones is fighting.
Is Michael Johnson a champion, Moss?
No, that's what I'm
saying. So then why is he relevant?
Oh my God.
Who? No, wait. The guys that I mentioned were champions. Machida, Rashad, Shogun, those were UFC champions. They're all middleweights, though.
Oh, my God.
He does this. Whenever he feels cornered.
They did if you ask most fans, the next guy they want to see Bones fight is Adesanya. That's another middleweight.
How many of...
He's fighting small guys.
Okay, I'll even bring something else in. How many of those guys are Hall of Famers that Khabib fought? Like, how many of those guys are going to go to a UFC Hall of Fame?
I mean, time is the ultimate storyteller.
What does that matter?
I don't know.
So you're saying...
I don't know.
I'm looking at this over here, and Conor McGregor is a guy that you can throw in there, yes. Right? You can throw Conor McGregor in there. Some people might say his accomplishments might get him into the Hall of Fame. Other than that, there is no... I'm talking about competition here. Dustin Poirier will never be a Hall of Famer.
Your original argument
Ali
was
Quinta,
champions, not Hall of Famers.
Michael Johnson, Daryl Horcher... Dos Anjos is not going to be a Hall of Famer. He was a champ. He's not going to be a Hall of Famer.
Your original argument
Dos Anjos
was
is going to be a Hall of Famer?
champions, not Hall of Famers.
Dos Anjos, look at his run.
Now
look
you're
at his
changing
run.
your argument.
Look at RDA's run. He's beaten Pettis. He's beaten Vincent Henderson. He's beaten multiple former champions on his run.
RDA had a fantastic career. Yes, I agree with you. But he's not a Hall of Famer.
Oh
Sorry.
my God. Why do you keep saying Hall of Famer? Your original argument had nothing to do with Hall of Famers. It was champions. I don't understand why you keep... now you're all of a sudden it's Hall of Famers.
Here's how you win an argument. Okay, let me just explain this to you. You bring up...
you belittle people the way you do?
You bring up multiple facts. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm bringing up...
Chris,
oh my God.
understand that your original argument was not Hall of Famers. It was champions.
Jesse.
That was your original argument.
No, I am...
If,
oh my God, let me talk.
What do you mean let you talk? You did talk.
Okay, go ahead. Say what you guys say.
This was your original argument. Now you're all of a sudden changing it because it favors you a little bit more.
No, I am not, Jesse. I am not changing it. I am giving... When you argue, you bring up multiple facts to defend your argument. I have brought up like 5 different fucking facts.
I can't with you. You just change your argument to favor you. That's all you do.
Jesse,
when did you ever mention a Hall of Famer?
I am having
our original argument.
This is a conversation between me and Pulse.
Really? He called both of us for it to be a conversation between you and Pulse.
I swear to God. It's Pulse.
See, this is where narcissism
never
comes in.
Find...
He calls
oh my
both
God,
of us
Jesse, do you ever shut up?
For it to be something between you and Pulse.
Pulse, I love you to death. I love you. I can't even... The amount of autism tonight has been through the roof. Back row, let's go.
Points Jesse for the excellent use of the filibuster law.
Yes!
She's just like throwing like things at me. Like it doesn't even pertain to the conversation.
Cornered, so he changes his argument completely.
Oh my God. Do you have to just yell?
Can I just say one last thing?
Yes, Pulse, please.
Okay. So this is all I'll say about Khabib's run. I mean, you look at what he's done, compared to John Jones. John Jones, a lot of those fights, he's not finishing these guys. He's going to a lot of decisions. I look at how dominant a champion is. Khabib, the ones he's not finishing, he's multiple 10-8ing these guys. These are guys that are, these are guys that, don't get beat like this otherwise. Who else did you see handle Conor McGregor like that? Nobody.
Pulse, I love you to death. I really do. You're a great moderator. You're a great addition to the show. If you look at the resume of Khabib's... I mean, if you look at... listen, I respect your argument, but it is insane. It is insane. I'm going to run through the names again. And please, tell me if I'm wrong here, okay? Conor McGregor, yes, you can make an argument. The guy's accomplished a lot. RDA, you can make an argument. After that, Dustin Poirier won an interim strap that was like a joke. It was a complete joke. You have Ali Quinta, who, come on, we've seen what Ali Quinta is. Edson Barboza is a journeyman. Daryl Horcher, Pat Healy, Trujillo. I mean, look at what we're talking about. Now, do you want me to start listing the John Jones names?
I mean, I hear that. I feel that because John has some credible guy. He's got Bader on there. He's a champ over there in another organization. I feel you, but the thing is, Khabib doesn't choose who he fights. He signs on the dotted line. This is who the champion is. That it's like, I look at it this way: 55 is undisputedly the toughest division in the sport of mixed martial arts. You'd agree, right?
Yes, I would say at 155. Yes, I couldn't even argue that at all. Hold on, Cole
I
Cooney.
am so sorry you have to endure this, Mose.
I'm trying to hear both sides here. I'm trying to. There's two sides to every story.
Listen, anytime you say something that's on his side, he'll immediately cater to you.
All right.
So, I'm sorry you have to endure this, Moss. Oh, I know. It's horrible, isn't it? This is Moss's game. You can buy into it at any moment.
The cringe is real. Go ahead, Pulse.
I'm just saying these are undoubtedly the top 1 and 2 55. These are the top 1 and 2 guys in the deepest division in the sport. If Kukui can't beat Khabib, then nobody will. Nobody else will. So he's officially cleaned out. Nobody coming up. Dan Hooker. None of these guys are going to hang with him. So it's like, you might as well give him the crown now as the baddest dude in the toughest division. So yeah, he has a claim to that number 1 pound for pound ranking, in my opinion.
All right, and I respect your opinion. Thank you for the call, Pulse. All right, so that was
you
Pulse.
respect his opinion, but nobody else.
And I respect yours because he's actually talking about facts, like we're talking.
Wait, we did talk facts, but you couldn't respect that because it's someone you live with. You couldn't respect that.
Jesse, we're having a debate.
Yes.
We're having
in a debate. You respect each other's opinions.
Yeah,
yes.
No. When people talk about facts and don't yell over each other, I'll listen. I'm listening to him.
Pretty sure our original debate was nobody yelling over each other.
Jesse, just move on from that and let's talk about MMA.
Why are you getting so?
No, I just want to talk about. I just want to talk about MMA. That's all I want to talk about. Anyway,
we are talking about MMA.
All right. So, anyway, to be very clear here, I ran through Khabib's resume, and Pulse was saying, he's beaten everyone at 155 that they threw in front of him. So it's not his fault that his opponents were lackluster. Okay. How does that make me believe that this guy is the pound for pound great? When you look at John Jones's resume and you see just killer after killer, and yes, he's had some close fights as of recent, but he's still winning. He's still beating his guys. I will go through these stats once again over here. And listen, Jesse, you can take the controls and you can make whatever points you want to make, but please pertain it to MMA.
I've always pertained to MMA tonight.
Okay. Dominic Reyes, that was very controversial. Yes, I see both sides of the situation. I watched it back, and I do believe John Jones won, but it doesn't matter. It is what it is. It's over and done with. Thiago Santos. Now, both of these guys are fucking very good. Yes, they fought at middleweight, but they're very good. Anthony Smith, okay, I think he's a little bit of a scrub, to be honest with you. I think he's a little overrated. Jesse loves that guy, so it goes to show you her opinion. Alexander Gustafsson.
Jab. Remember that, guys. Jab. He takes jabs whenever he feels cornered.
It's a joke.
Jab.
Alexander Gustafsson, okay? Now, this guy over here, if it wasn't for John Jones in D.C., this guy would probably be a champ, but he's not a champ, so I'm not even going to put him in the mix. But look at his resume. Alexander Gustafsson has run through a lot of big names in the UFC. Daniel Cormier, he beat him twice. This man has never lost. This guy goes up to heavyweight, and well, he lost to Stipe as of recently, but before the John Jones situation, the guy has never lost. Just dominating people. Ovince St. Preux, tough, not the best. Daniel Cormier again. Glover Teixeira, tough as nails. He made him look stupid, Glover. Alexander Gustafsson again. We got Chael Sonnen. Well, we know how that went down. Vitor Belfort, an animal. Rashad Evans, an animal. Champions. Lyoto Machida. Quinton Rampage Jackson. Shogun Hua. What? How are we comparing this to Khabib Nurmagomedov? Is insane to me. Now, I'll let you go, Jesse. We talk about whatever you want over here.
No, I gave you my argument.
Okay. 516-522-0267. And I have to say this. If it's a trolling experience, then fair play. Give us a call. If you want to talk about this, go for it. I would love to hear your thoughts. Because it seems like it's a conversation people want to talk about.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Why do you hit the below the belt when you feel cornered?
What was below the belt?
Like, you got to take these little jabs. Like, oh, that tells you about their interest in picking that and this and that. You feel like you have to just kind of poke them with a needle.
Why do you ask a question and then keep talking? Can I answer it?
I wasn't finished with my question. That's why.
All right.
I'm finished.
You
with
asked the question and made a point. So to answer your question is this: I brought up Anthony Smith because you fall in love with these fighters. And then you become extraordinarily biased. Okay, I love Conor to death.
You don't.
But let's be serious here. Conor is my unicorn.
Are you about to say you're not biased?
Hold on. I'm going to explain myself. Conor's my unicorn. So anything that goes there, I troll with Conor McGregor constantly. Right? I do troll with him. Anthony Smith, fucking Khabib Nurmagomedov, Israel Adesanya, they are gods to you. If anything goes against it, no one beats those guys, right?
Are you saying you're not biased, Moss?
I said I was biased with Conor McGregor, yes.
With Conor, but with other fighters that you have more interest in a fight, are you not biased?
If I'm calling a fight, I even say it right from the beginning. Yeah, I have a little sway in this one, yes.
So where's your argument? If you're biased and I'm
because
biased, where's your argument?
No, I'm talking about stats, and I think I made a pretty clear point.
Stats.
Oh, my God. Wait, all right. Why did she suck me into this? She just like repeats shit over and over again. 516-522-0226. This is the most... welcome to the MMA Holes, where we don't want to talk about MMA. We want to talk about, you said that, and I said...
We're talking about MMA, though, Moss.
All right.
Where are you getting upset?
516-522-0267. I will retain my composure, and I will just spit facts.
You should, because we're talking about MMA. There's no reason. There's no reason.
Oh, my God. It's like, you know when you like have that like moody teen in the corner that just kicks their legs up? It's like, that's right. Like, that's how I feel like it's happening right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, see?
Sorry to hear that.
Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Let's get it in. Unnamed caller, welcome to the MMA Holes. What's your name and what is on your mind?
Chris, you got to understand, a lot of those guys Jones beat were washed up. They're past their prime. Rampage Jackson, he was past his prime. Ryan Bader, he was barely new to the sport. He was green. It's the same Ryan Bader who got knocked out by Tito Ortiz. Who else?
Kevin, it was 2011. Rampage is still fighting. What do you mean past his prime? He's been fighting for 9 years after that. He's been fighting for 9 fucking years. Hold on a second. Oh, my goodness. I can't even...
Does he really have a staph infection on his arm?
Yes. It looks like it.
Do you have any news on that?
It says we'll go back into that, Jay Blaze. Thank you for the donation. It's been 9 years since that fight.
He's been fighting since the Pride days. He's been fighting for fucking 25 years. Of course, he was past his prime.
Oh, my
God. He was
God.
not the same Rampage when he was knocking out guys in Pride. That was not the same Rampage. It was a completely different guy.
Okay.
Who else? Shogun Rua, he was in Pride. It was another washed-up guy. He was not the prime then.
Mm-hmm.
His prime, they were up in the Pride days. That was when they were in their prime. I'm telling you right now, a lot of those guys were not in their prime. Rashad Evans, he's another guy. He was not in his prime when he beat him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you gotta look how long they've been in the UFC. They were in the fucking UFC for so long. They've been fighting for so long.
Okay. Let me just say something over here about Rampage Jackson, okay? He loses to John Jones and then loses to Ryan Bader in a decision and Glover Teixeira. Ryan Bader right now is a double champ in Bellator. Glover Teixeira is a beast, right? The guy's pretty damn good Glover, especially in 2013. That guy had fucking hands of steel. He went to a decision. Then he rattles off a 5-fight winning streak when he goes over to Bellator. So you're saying he was completely washed up. He lost to John Jones, Ryan Bader, and Glover Teixeira.
Oh, yeah, he beat Joey Beltran and Christian Pomombo. Yeah, Rampage was definitely washed up. I don't know. We're not going to agree on that. I'll skip that part.
Okay,
but
go ahead.
Yoel Romero, people are saying he's an amazing wrestler, but he doesn't wrestle. He's a good freestyle wrestler. When's the last time you saw him grind someone out, Khabib style, folk style, get on top, tie up some wrists, control him? That's not his style. He's a freestyle roller. His freestyle wrestling, it's all about explosion. It's not about control. So to act like he's going to come in here and take Izzy down, control Izzy, he doesn't have the gas tank for it, he doesn't have the skill set for it. So expect Izzy to piece him apart. Yoel Romero's only hope is maybe blast double leg him one time and hit them elbows like he did to Lyoto Machida, or land a lucky bomb and put him out. I don't see that happening. This should be an easy fight for Adesanya. I'll leave it at that. Take it easy.
All right. Thanks for the call. That's Kevin coming in. Yeah, I'm with him with that. I am with him with that. I do believe that all fingers point in the direction of Adesanya having a pretty easy time. I hope that, Romero makes it interesting. But what do you think about Adesanya in that fight?
Well, I think Adesanya will win 100%.
You think it'd be easy, though?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. What's wrong?
Sometimes I was looking at the stats when Kevin was talking, and I'm looking at, and I just think it's just heavy trolling. That's what I'm assuming right now. I'm going to chalk it up to that because I can't see people actually believe in this stuff.
Moss, you sound upset.
No, I'm just trying to understand The logic of ridiculousness. Batgirl.
JBH troll game is very strong.
It's gotta be.
Moss is trying to tap out.
I am done. I am like completely. And it's not even that. Like the callers coming in, like I think it's all a troll job. I'm hoping it's a troll job because if it's not, humanity is at risk right now. And Jesse's going with you got to play the troll card, Jesse, please, because
I'm not playing any cards. I stand alone, Moss. I have no army.
And that does make it interesting, right? I'll give it to you there. All right. Unknown caller, welcome to the MMA Holes. What's your name and what is on your mind?
Yo, John Savage.
What up, drunk?
I want to talk about pound for pound thing. You know,
Okay.
I agree with you.
Here we go.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Come on. Jones is a fucking pound for pound. I mean, Khabib, he's just starting on his path. I mean, I'm not saying he's not going to be it one day. Just right now, it's not him. Jones has beat former champions. Don't give me that shit. They're out of their prime. They were all in winning streaks when they fought him. Fuck you, Kevin. I mean, Shogun just came off two fucking incredible fucking fights with what's his name, Lyoto. And when Lyoto fought him, dude, he was almost unstoppable. People were saying.
I agree.
Drunk, how much have you had to drink tonight?
And he's still making more sense than you.
I've been drinking since about 6-ish.
Makes sense. Makes sense because this is not a logical. This is not a logical argument from the drunk savage, right? Because the drunk savage would know better, right?
No, I know. Come on, Jesse. Come on. I know he's your boy, but come on. Look at the facts.
This is the most ridiculous thing. I honestly like. I know Moss acts like, oh, I'm surrounded by idiots. I'm surrounded by this. I'm surrounded by that.
I said autism.
Autism. But really, like, let's really sit down and think about it. Who's really surrounded by autism in this? If we had to be perfectly honest,
I'm gonna give you
there
one.
Were two. I mean, the majority of the callers called in. If we had to think, we had four calls, 5 calls, whatever. The majority of them called in to prove Moss wrong, and the fact that you're taking Moss's side is baffling to me because I know where you stand in MMA. So it's shocking that you're actually even pondering the idea that Moss might actually be right here.
Jesse,
yeah,
he's drunk and he's making way more sense.
I don't like John Jones. I think he's an asshole, and it kills me to say it, but he's the fucking GOAT. What can I say?
I can't with you. Like, I really can't. I love you to death, but I just can't right now. Like, I just wanna.
Records. Come on. Records.
Oh, God.
He's beat former champions.
Look at Khabib's record. He's an undefeated fighter.
I'm not saying Khabib's not going to be the GOAT one day.
Can I ask you a question, Drunk?
This second.
Let me ask you a question. Now, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Moss. If Khabib beats Tony Ferguson, who is arguably the top, one of the best of the division, would you consider Khabib Nurmagomedov as the pound-for-pound GOAT?
Yeah, I couldn't argue with that. I mean, Tony's on a 12-fight win streak.
Bingo!
So is Khabib.
Bingo.
If he beats Tony, which he will not, I'm saying it right now, he will not.
He will beat Tony.
The one.
Yes.
Tony's the chosen one.
Oh, God. Wait, so let me ask you. Okay, so if Tony wins, would you put Tony as the pound-for-pound great?
Yeah, I think he'd be up there in the argument.
Wait a minute. You wouldn't put Khabib Nurmagomedov as a pound-for-pound great if he won. Even right now, even without winning against Tony Ferguson. But if Tony Ferguson wins, all of a sudden he becomes the pound-for-pound great.
I just said I wouldn't argue with Khabib being named pound-for-pound GOAT.
Jesse's taking advantage of your drunkenness. That's what she's doing right now. She is taking...
I wouldn't argue with it. I'd be like, yeah, he's the GOAT.
She's taking advantage of drunk.
I couldn't argue with it. I couldn't say anything else. That's what I was saying.
Go ahead, Jess.
Oh, God. This isn't... listen, it is what it is. Like you said, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, right?
So you enjoy your new sippy cup?
I am. I have it filled with wine right now. Thank you so much, Drunk. This is going to save a lot of spills down the road.
And then you need to back up. You go to sleep, too.
I am thankful for the carnage that has been on display today. It's so nice to be back.
Thank you, Batgirl. Yeah, Batgirl started all this, by the way. I'm looking at John Jones.
She's back.
How many fights in the UFC does John Jones have? Do you want to count it together with us, Jesse? Make it a little classroom experience.
I don't know, so you'll have to tell me.
Here we go. He's got in the UFC, right? Okay, let's look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 fights in the UFC. Okay.
And Khabib has how many?
How many does Khabib have in the UFC?
27?
27 in the UFC?
Jesse, look at this way.
What?
Look at everybody
12.
who's John Jones has beat, and look who they have beat. Think of it that way.
What? What did you say? Sorry, I missed it. Sorry.
Look at everybody who John Jones has beat, then look at everybody who they have beat. Like Leoto beat Randy Couture, Rashad Evans, and a bunch of others.
And then you
legends.
gotta back up, you're gonna go to sleep. And then you need to back up. And
Very
you
good
go
point.
To sleep.
I want to kill myself.
The Ian Lev.
Holy shit. Did I just listen to a so-called high school wrestler say that an Olympian in Yoel doesn't have the skill set to hold someone down? The balls on this idiot.
Yeah. I mean, he did say
Ian Lev is back.
I agree with the outcome, but I don't know. Yeah. I don't.
I could go on with this argument for the rest of the night, if I'd be perfectly honest with you.
Can I say this right?
Let's do it.
Pound for pound is... Can we agree on this?
It's the greatest of the great.
I was going to say, isn't pound for pound the dumbest argument of all time?
Absolutely
because first of all,
not.
It is.
It really is. If you
no fucking way.
Can you say, thank you, John. Can you say this, Jesse, that pound for pound is basically a casual argument?
You could argue that, but here's where I stand. As someone who's been watching the sport for 3 years, I feel that saying pound for pound, yeah, you could say it's a casual argument, but to me, it's you've been watching these fighters, you've been watching them grow in their rankings, and even though the UFC doesn't really use their rankings as much anymore, it's something that solidifies their position as a strategical and technical fighter in the UFC, right? So John Jones, like you're arguing, is the best of the best. And I think Khabib is the best of the best. It makes for these arguments to have some sort of foundation to stand on.
Here's why.
If you didn't have the pound for pound rankings, it wouldn't matter.
Got drunk.
We've seen John Jones, fail at plan A and plan B, and get his kind of ass beat a little. We've never seen Khabib really, fail at plan A. We don't know his plan B. So there's that. John Jones always has plan B and C, and he's come up on top every time. So there's that.
Yeah, John Jones is such a well-rounded fighter where he can beat you on the feet, he can beat you on the ground, he can do it any way he wants to do it.
It is what it is. I said everyone was entitled to their own opinion, so whatever you think is what you think. I stand my ground. I will not change my opinion because you're saying something else. Khabib, I believe, is the pound for pound great. Belongs in the pound for pound great.
And the sky is red.
Yeah.
So
he will be one day.
You
if
make
he
as many
beats
jabs
Tony.
as you want, Chris.
I'm not arguing that he will be one day, but just currently this day.
If he beats Tony, I see him being pushed up by the UFC. And for everybody in the chat who's saying, "Oh, only 3 years, 3 years," I've actually met people who've been watching for much less, and know more than I do. So you can't base it off of how long someone's been watching. It's a matter of how much they know. And in this case, I do believe that Khabib belongs in the pound for pound great position.
So another argument I can make: Khabib has just started, on his run to greatness, and he's just starting to fight the top guys, and he's already talking about retirement. John Jones has been kept going. He's not talking about retirement. He wants to move up and fight the best at another weight class.
See, this drunk man is making some points here, Jesse. Take that. Even when he's drunk, he's making very good points.
Good points, drunk. Good points.
See, Jesse can't fight that. Listen, I mean, I can't
also,
even.
John Jones never cried after a loss.
Oh God! You make me want to fucking kill you. Sometimes I just want to strangle you, drunk. I want to fly to Florida with pantyhose in my hand and just fucking wrap them around your neck and squeeze them until your brains fall out of your fucking ears and nose and every cavity of your head.
Just how old is Khabib?
Oh, don't drive me for a good time.
How old's Khabib?
30. What is he?
30, I believe.
32, 31, 32. Hold on, let me check.
He's around the same age as
Early
John
30s.
He's around the same age as John Jones, right?
Hold on.
John Jones is 32. So Khabib is what, 31, somewhere around there?
I think he's 32. Let me just double check.
Imagine if he's the same. If he's the same age as John Jones, then the conversation's over.
31.
I think they're like a year apart.
Yeah, he's 31.
They're around the same age.
Man, listen. The only argument that is an argument that is a substantial one can be steroids. That's the only argument that you can throw out there, and it could be substantial. Because if you want to play that game, then you can say, yeah, Khabib was clean and John wasn't. You can throw that out there. But if you're just talking about what these guys have done, when these guys have fought, how much these guys have fought, resumes, opponents, everything, fighting style, it's not even close. The reason why I think a pound-for-pound conversation is stupid...
Not the fact that he's cheated to get his way up there, but... he got there.
Habib.
Nonetheless, he got there.
Habib tried to cheat the scale. That's
Khabib
cheating.
didn't cheat, but Jones got there.
Habib tried to cheat the scale.
No, it's okay. It's fine.
John Jones has never pulled out of a fight. He got pulled out because of steroids, but he never pulled out.
He pulled out a fight. Well,
No.
technically, he denied a fight. I mean, Chael wanted to fight him during 151 when Dan Henderson pulled out, and he said no.
Yeah, he just didn't want to fight him. But, I mean, if you think about it, there was never, like, a fight that was lined up for John Jones.
No, he just...
Where
the UFC. Oh,
He pulled out.
steroids. No problem. You hit a pregnant lady? No problem. Don't worry.
Man, John, I'm sorry for her
We all
behavior.
know what Khabib is going to try to do. There's no mystery. You have no idea what Tony is going to do. El Cucuy is literally the boogeyman.
And thank you, Kevin.
Damn right.
Here's the deal.
No, he's a Christian boy now. It's okay.
God.
Everything's wiped away.
If Tony Ferguson wins this fight, it's going to be the funniest. Oh, my God. You're going to watch
He's not winning
greatness
the
here.
fight, but you know that. You're not that stupid.
Or-
he's not winning the fight.
Or
If it even happens, this is the 5th time they try to put it together.
Or if Khabib wins, right, and somehow Conor McGregor fights him again, and Conor beats Khabib, could you imagine the devastation in Jesse's eyes? Could you
I
imagine?
can't with this fucking guy.
Moss, Conor is never beating Khabib. I'm sorry about your fucking luck. I know he's your boy, but that ain't never fucking happening.
Well, it's probably not, but I'm a
On
realistic.
his best day, never.
My unicorn would probably never beat him, and I agree with you on that. I do agree. Unlike Jesse, I'm not clouded, but I will always root for him.
You are the most clouded fan I've ever met.
To be one of the true champion because he beat Quinta for the belt, but then he did beat Conor McGregor so he is the champion.
What do you? Hold on. What 155 you talking about?
Yeah, you were trying to make it out like, oh, he beat Quinta real stage and
Listen,
for the belt.
Conor McGregor. Listen, Conor McGregor is a legit guy that Khabib beat. He's a legit guy. I mean, I can't discredit that. The guy's a 2 weight class champion. Some people say he got an easy ride to eat both of them. I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to say Conor's runs both ways were fantastic. Absolutely. Conor's never turned down an opponent. Conor is like way higher than Khabib will ever be as a UFC fighter.
Oh my God, I want to vomit. I want to vomit listening to you.
Khabib will never be a 2-belt champion. Khabib will never be a 2-belt champion, Jesse. That will never happen in his lifetime. Khabib will never have that. And possibly a 3-belt champion when Masvidal beats Usman, and then Conor takes that belt too. Then what are you going to do, Jesse? Then what are you going to do? Nothing. You do fucking nothing.
Like foot was a balloon.
If you want to play ridiculousness, we'll go that route. All right, Drunk, thank you for the call, man. Anything else?
One more thing. People want to say Conor was out of the game for 2 years, but, he was training in boxing. He had that extra training there. So maybe he wasn't training MMA, but he was still training. So Khabib still whooped his ass.
Yeah.
And Izzy is going to fucking whoop the shit out Yoel.
Yeah, boy!
I don't care what anyone says. He's a more intelligent striker. He's got better footwork and cardio.
That's right, Drunk.
So there you go, Drunk. Thanks for the call, man.
All right. Thanks so much.
There's the savage one. All right.
I think you should give me a foot massage at the end of the stream because I deserve it. After how much idiocracy I've put up with you.
Oh my goodness.
Massage my feet,
Jesse, I'm going to pass. I'm going to respectfully pass as we do have to finish up the show. We have 19 minutes and we still got some more calls to take. 516-522-0267 is the number. Thank you, Drunk Savage and everyone for the calls. And thank you to the donators coming in. Feel free to donate. Link in the description. Support the show. Thank you for the likes as well. I have to say this. Let me pause this calls for a second. I can't believe, first of all, I can't believe the debate, but regardless,
but it's a good debate.
It makes it's really not, but
it is.
But it is entertainment, and I like to provide entertainment with you, so that is good having two sides debate. But the fact that we have Yoel Romero versus Israel Adesanya happening this Saturday,
Yeah.
which is a blazing fight.
Yeah.
And we have JJ versus the fucking coronavirus.
Yeah, this
Two
topic just took a
championship
complete
fights.
turn.
And we are talking about pound for pound, which is basically a conversation about mythical creatures because there's no winning. And I hate fighting when there is no. That's why I say it's a casual. I want to talk about who's going to win this weekend. I want to talk about the real
who's gonna win
shit
this weekend.
right
Adesanya.
now. Listen, I agree with you with the Adesanya thing. I do agree with you. But what are the chances that Romero can get the win? Is what I want to know.
That's a good question. Actually, if we look at the betting odds, Moss, because I don't know how lopsided they are for this fight. Oh,
It's time to get cringy.
Oh, look out! Look out! Evil!
Evil donation. Evil donation.
Oh, here we go, baby.
I sadly have sided with Jones. Also, I agree with you. McGregor FTW.
Yes, baby, yes! Yeah, baby! And now, let me just say this, and then we'll move on. Thank you. McGregor, a full, clean camp, fighting Khabib at 155.
No
I am not
whiskey
saying
whatsoever.
I am not saying he's going to win.
Or cocaine.
But I am telling you this, and you can mark my words. If there is a rematch between the Nugget and the Dagestani, I believe it's going to be a hell of a lot more competitive. And remember this, Conor, drunk, took a round from Khabib. The only person to ever steal a round from Khabib Nurmagomedov was Conor McGregor. So remember this. When they fight again, Conor McGregor is going to make it very interesting. Mark my
He had a full
fucking
camp
words.
and he lost.
Mark my fucking words.
Oh, Kevin.
All right,
That's
so
some
here we
funny
go.
shit, man.
Kevin's, he
Nah,
loves.
he's telling the truth.
Kevin loves the wrestlers.
He had a full camp and he lost.
Kevin also said that Rampage was out of his prime. So, I mean, I don't know. You don't know what comes out of that guy's
That's an easy
mouth.
argument.
That's an easy argument?
Yeah.
Would you like to debate that?
Well, if you want to go into another debate, we could.
You know who Rampage Jackson is?
Oh, I'm not fucking retarded,
Do you want
Moss.
All right.
Yes,
all
I
right.
know who Rampage Jackson is. Do you think he's out of his prime?
Now he is. 2011, what do you think?
No, I would say in prime.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
But that was 2011.
I love you, Jess. I love you to death. All right. So a bet I want to place, Jesse. I'm going to go for it here. I know you got Zhang Weili. I know you're on that coronavirus activity over here, and she's very, very good. This is a risky bet,
Yes.
but I'm going to go with the JJ, Jesse. I'm going to put a big, whopping $5, Jesse, on Joanna Jędrzejczyk for the win. We're going to win $760, Jesse. I'm placing the bet. Oh, come on. I got to refresh this shit. All right, let me refresh that as Jesse bites my arm. What do you think about this bet? Now, I know you are with the Zhang Weili. But what do you think about this
I'm
bet?
leaning in her direction. I want to choose Joanna Jędrzejczyk just because I like her.
Okay.
But I don't know. Everything just kind of sides with Zhang right now. I won't know for sure until I do the fight briefing, but something tells me Zhang will probably take the win.
Okay.
Because Joanna Jędrzejczyk hasn't been really looking good against people who are technical strikers.
Okay.
Like Weili.
I just went it. I went with it. I went for it. JJ for the win. Just because she's an underdog at plus 152 on BetDIAZ. If you want to place a bet, link in the description down below. Also, Mystic Roots, 15% off your CBD. Hit the link down below and make your life
wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right. So that is that. Let me know in the chat, did I make a mistake on the JJ bet? Yes. Oh, see, Wicked World says JJ is a good bet, and he's been winning. He's been winning his
Has
picks.
he?
So listen.
Oh, yeah, he went first
This
place.
guy,
in
he's
here.
a two-time
Yeah.
goat milk champion over here. This guy's looking for the strap. He's in the lead for the strap right now. So if he says that's a good pick, I like that. I like it.
Shit, I wish you never said that, Wicked World.
Wicked World. I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you. So JJ for the win. And let's take some more calls here. All right. We got 276 live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what is on your mind?
Thanks for hanging up on us. Arsehole.
Oh, man. We lost them. Call back. 516-522-0267 is the number. We'd like to know what you think about anything. Hopefully MMA related would be nice. Okay, here we go. 909 live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what is on your mind?
Hello, hi, this is Naren.
What's your name?
Naren?
Madden?
Yeah, that's right.
What's up, madam?
What's your name? What's on your mind, madam?
How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you doing, Madden?
I'm doing very good.
Good.
And as like this year, I'm also a big Khabib fan.
Yeah!
Oh, here we go. Let's hear it.
So, I do agree with Moss saying that Jones is the number one pound-for-pound fighter. But also, I think Khabib will be at least top 3, like, ever.
I'm with you on that.
Along with GSP also.
Khabib, if he could keep fighting, right? This guy has a chance to be pound for pound easily. He really does have a chance to do that, but we just need to see a little bit more. That's where I'm going with this. You know, as of right now, the facts in front of me, I have to go with Bones.
That's wasn't where you were going before, though.
No, but what I'm saying is there's still time for Khabib to solidify pound for pound.
You're a Khabib fan, and you think Khabib doesn't belong in the pound for pound spot right now?
So sorry, can you say that again?
You're a Khabib fan, but you don't believe Khabib belongs in the pound for pound spot right now.
He is, arguably, along with Jones also.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not his fault that he doesn't have big names in his record, because there wasn't anyone like Jones fought a lot of people like Machida, Vera Belfort, and there wasn't a lot of big names in the division.
True.
So maybe that's the knock on him, I guess.
Hey, he makes a good point. It's not his fault that he wasn't given champions.
He ran out of asses to kick. So.
Huh. Moss, have you ever thought about that?
Yeah, that was brought up before.
Like the matchups. If you think about, like even though the fighters have some semblance of a say,
listen,
they don't have the final say in a matchup.
Jesse, we're talking about pound for pound, so we have to go with what we have. We can't say, well, he didn't get the fighters, so let's just give it to Khabib. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to go by the proof. You know, and when you look at the two
I like
resumes,
this guy's way of thinking. Madden.
Maybe if he beats Gaethje and Tony, you can say he's number one.
Both of them? So you're saying if he beats Tony, he wouldn't make the pound for pound position. He'd have to beat both of them to get there.
He will, but just to add more names, champion names, because Gaethje was a champion in another promotion.
Yes,
he's
for wrestling.
Already beat RDA. He's a champion.
Yes. Okay.
And Conor, yeah.
That's a fair point.
Solidifying. Yeah, because if he beats Tony and Gaethje, that's literally you can't say nothing else because there's no one else left.
There you go. All right. Fair point. So you say if he cleans him out, clean that division, and there's really no opponents to throw in his face, it's not his fault, and you like his chances for being pound for pound then. Okay. Fair enough. Thank you. Appreciate the call, man.
All right.
Okay.
That's actually a fair point. I get that. Like the way...
It's a fair point because he agrees with you, Jesse.
He didn't fully agree with me. He said that he thinks John Jones should belong in the pound for pound right now. He said that, and I disagree with that. But I'm saying what his point is with Khabib, what Khabib needs to belong there, makes sense. So he's saying because he's basically going off of your argument. You said John Jones has more championship fights, has fought more champions to get into his pound for pound ranking. If Khabib Nurmagomedov was given the opportunity to fight more champions, he would likely have the opportunity to be the top pound for pound fighter.
I mean, but here's another thing too to drop on top of it. Like I said, how many UFC fights did John Jones have? And he was wasn't he the youngest champion
I don't know how
ever?
many Khabib's had 12.
Yeah, wasn't John Jones the youngest UFC champion ever? If I'm not mistaken.
Was he? Wait, wasn't Max Holloway?
No, I think John Jones was the youngest.
Max Holloway was the youngest.
Nope. John Jones was like 21 years old.
So was Max Holloway.
Max Holloway wasn't 20. Max
21
Holloway was
when he fought
Conor. Yeah. He didn't win the belt then. Baby, I love you. But that's no.
How old was Max Holloway when
I'm
he got
almost
his
positive
belt?
John Jones was see, they're confirming it.
Yes, John Jones?
So John Jones was the youngest champion ever.
I don't know why you're laughing. I'm asking a question.
No. So what I'm saying is he was the youngest champ ever. He's been in the UFC for 23 fights? He's defended multiple times against multiple champions. I mean, Jesse, it's nuts. Was it 23 when he won? So he came in at 21 and he won the belt at 23.
Jones was the youngest after Aldo by 6 months.
So there you go.
After Aldo.
All right. So Aldo was the youngest?
Yes.
All right. So there you go. There you go. All right. Let's take some more calls. 516-522-0267. We got sucked back in that vortex. I hate this conversation. I can't because it's just...
I don't know why. It's very interesting.
It's not because I'm big on facts, right? And if I see so much...
Facts. His whole argument was facts.
Yeah, and he agrees with me.
Yes, he agreed with you, but he also agreed with me.
516-522-0267. Give us a call, please. We'd love to hear your thoughts on everything. Apparently, we're talking pound for pound tonight, but whatever. Listen, you guys saved the show, so we're on.
Moss.
So what you want to talk about? Yes.
I'm grateful.
Yes.
You're my best friend.
You're my best friend too, Jesse.
Man, you better back up.
You are my best friend.
Sleep.
Hold on a second. Here we got a donation coming in. Drunk Savage!
JBH, if you want to continue the conversation, hit me up on the website. I dare you know I double dog dare you, motherfucker. Come at me, bro.
You know?
won't because you's a pussy.
There you go. You know what? He's right.
Yeah, but then Moss would jump in and it would become a whole thing.
Nope, I won't. You know me. Like, I like playing around, talking shit on YouTube and stuff like that, but I don't really dabble into, like, big arguments on the website.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I'll say one thing and bounce.
Drama.
Anyway, if you want to jump over to the MMA-Holes.com, that is the place to hang. We have a community section over there, and you can just jump over, right over here. Check this out. And thank you for the donation, Drunk Savage. Jump over to the community section and get your thoughts in. You know? Debate away on the MMA-Holes.com.
See all my quotes, Moss?
Yeah, I do see those. None of them are MMA related.
Hashtag quotes and shit.
Alrighty. 516-522-0267. Let's get some rapid fire calls in as we have 7 minutes left in the show. We do have some more news stories to get to. I would like to dabble into the actual current news, you know, like what's coming up and what's going on in the world of MMA also. So we'll take a couple of calls in. I see some people like open the phones. We did. So give us a ring.
You're my best friend. Oh my God.
I need some CBD. I need it.
What's wrong?
No, I just need some CBD.
You anxious?
No, I just need CBD. I want it. I need some Mystic in my life. All right. All right. If we get no phone calls,
back up. You're gonna go to sleep. And then
we'll just go back into the news.
Go to sleep too.
Yeah, let's get back into the news, man. Here we go.
I try to keep my bias out of it because John is a brother in the faith, but outside of this community, I don't see anyone making this argument. Some of this has to be trolling.
Yeah, I would imagine that's what it is.
No.
I'm guessing. That's why I'm backing off, because I'm like, I can't even, like, I really am like, what is going on? Sometimes I'm on this show, and I'm like, wait, what am I getting stuck into here? Like, I'm like, where are we going with this? This is insane. So I'm with Vlad on that one. All right, here we go. Let's finish up the news, Jesse. Let's rattle through the news as the phone calls are sparse. So we have 254 people still watching. So thank you for being wonderful.
Moss. It's scarce.
Is sparse a word? I don't even know.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Maybe it's not.
I'm pretty sure
I just made that up.
Scarce.
Well, that's what happens when you have these intellectual conversations. Is it sparse? Let's see. How do you spell sparse?
I don't think it's even a word.
I think it is.
I don't think sparse is a word.
Sparse a word? Hold on.
Sparse.
Thinly dispersed or scattered. So no.
Yes, it is a word.
But
and and I even use it in the right context, Jenny. Now I'm calling you a wrong name. Jennifer.
Who's Jenny?
My ex-girlfriend. All right, here we go. Look at this, Jesse. Look at this. Not only am
sparse.
Oh my God. What?
You didn't even know if it was a word.
Because now you're making me think that I'm making shit up. I just want the show to end.
Why? Don't be so. Don't be like that. You didn't even know if it was a word.
I did. That's why I said it. And then you're like, is it a word?
You had to look it up.
She does the same thing. My brother does the same thing to me. He's like, I don't think that's a word. And then I'm starting to think, I'm like, is it a word? Like, I'll say something. I mean, sparse it's a fucking word. And then she makes me think that I'm not. Like, this is what I'm talking about. And she'll argue with me about it. Thank God for Google. She was just going to argue with me about sparse. Oh my God, this is what I'm going through. Help me, please, Lord Jesus Christ. And I don't even believe in that guy. All right, give me the news, Jesse.
Oh man, are you okay, Moss?
No, I'm having a senior moment right now. I don't know what's going on, Jenny. You even make me call you the wrong name. I feel like I am aging tremendously here.
Tremendously.
Oh my God. All right, give me the news, please. Please. Give me something that you're really good at. Give me that news. For God's sake.
Okay.
Figueiredo.
No, Tyson Fury versus Deontay
We've
Wilder.
spoken about that. Yes, we went into that, Jesse. Oh my God. I feel like Jesus, and I am dying on the cross for my community over here as I am withstanding the punishment and pain of the Pontius Pilate walk and the crown of thorns I wear for this community. All right. Yeah, she's killing. This is how she's killing me. She's not gonna do it with a knife. She's gonna.
A good time.
Sparse is not a word. All right. Give me the story of Figueiredo.
All right. The win for Figueiredo only adds more confusion to a murky UFC flyweight division. Figueiredo picked up the biggest win of his career in the main event of Saturday's UFC Fight Night 169 card in Norfolk, Virginia, nuking the highly regarded Joseph Benavidez with a second-round right hand to the jaw. The moment Benavidez hit the deck, any hope of order in the UFC flyweight division disintegrated.
All right, Drunk Savage, what do you got?
JBH equals chicken poop. Khabib is not P4P.
Oh, this sounds like a challenge, Jesse. This sounds like a challenge.
You know, it's not that I'm a chicken. I hate being on social media. Like, I'm not the kind of person to want to go back and check every 2 seconds to see if someone replied to my comment, you know? That's what it is.
Well, but on the MMA-Holes.com, that is a great place to be, Jesse.
Yes.
So go there. That's not social media. That shit is bomb diggity. The MMA-Holes.com. You're just telling people not to go to the MMA-Holes.com. How's this work?
I didn't say the MMA Holes. I said show social media, like Twitter,
go over there and
Instagram.
take them down. That's not social media. That's the MMA-Holes.com, the greatest website in the world. Go to the community section and battle with JBH. Maybe she'll show up. All right. Thank you, Drunk. What was that? Hey, look at little Figueiredo's head. All right. What is this story over here?
Okay. Figueiredo and Benavidez were supposed to fight for the division's title, which was vacated by the former champion Henry Cejudo in December. Unfortunately, things hit a snag at the Friday morning weigh-ins for the card, while Benavidez weighed in a half a pound below the 125-pound limit for flyweight title fights. Figueiredo missed the mark, tipping the scales at 127.5 pounds. This means he would not be eligible to win the vacant title even if he destroyed Benavidez, which is precisely what he ended up doing. It was a jaw-dropping performance, but it solved nothing. The flyweight division is still without a champion, and to make matters worse, there's no clear path to crowning one. Figueiredo, for what it's worth, seems to think it's as simple as jumping into another title matchup and making weight this time. Despite Figueiredo's optimism, however, it probably won't be that simple. The UFC's decision makers have proved themselves to be quite vindictive and will probably be unwilling to let Figueiredo on anywhere near a title fight after his scale fail. Even if they surprise us with their mercifulness and book him for another title fight, it's difficult to say he could be matched up with, or who he could be matched up with. Let's not beat around the bush. Joseph Benavidez was the A-side of this would-be flyweight title fight in Norfolk. He was the eye-catching name on the ticket, and his was the story that was generating interest in the bout. He's no Conor McGregor, but...
That's right. That's damn right, boys? Yeah! Ah! Sorry, Conor.
But he's been around the UFC forever, assembling a fantastic 15-3 octagon record during his time with the promotion. He's also fought twice for flyweight gold before, losing on both occasions to MMA legend Demetrius Johnson. Fans know him, and they wanted to see if the third time would be the charm in his quest for a UFC championship. No other fighter in the flyweight division is going to generate interest in a fight or the vacant title if the way he did. But Figueiredo blew him out of the water, which means that the UFC will have to look elsewhere for Figueiredo's next opponent, and man, it's slim pickings.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame that he won. He missed weight. It was like pretty much all for nothing. He looked very good, but what does it matter if you miss weight like that? It means absolutely nothing. Go up to bantamweight. I listened to Mighty Mouse on ARIEL today, and ARIEL's like, who cares? If the flyweight division's done, they just go up. He's like, what do I care? Mighty Mouse doesn't care. So even Mighty Mouse is like, who cares? You know? That's pretty bad.
I got a message from Jefferson Rhino, by the way, in our email about the pound-for-pound stuff.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Who is he going after?
I don't know. I didn't get to read it.
Read it now. Give it a read.
It's
wow,
long.
It's long. Holy shit.
Are you ready?
He wrote an essay. You guys, hit me with the ones in the chat if you want to hear this email. Let me know what the ones in the chat. Yeah, keep the argument. I mean, if you guys really want to keep talking about
He
it.
seems pretty passionate. It looks
I
to
say
me.
put it on the website. Here. All right, Jesse.
No, it's too long to put on the website.
No, I'm saying, no, don't put that on there. Open the conversation up. Here we go. Go over to the website.
Who's the pound for pound goat?
And say, battle me. Go ahead. Battle me. John Jones, Habib. Start it up. Right over here, Jess, if you could put it on.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. Jess is going to take the battle. Yeah, no one wants to see the email anyway. We'll check it out after the show. Thank you, Zen. All right. So here we go. PvP? Is that prank versus prank?
No, pound for pound.
Isn't it PFP?
No.
Pound for pound?
No.
PvP?
PvP.
What does that mean?
Pound for pound.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Look.
Is it really? PvP? Pound versus pound? Where are you coming up with this? You thinking PPV? PvP?
No.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Rankings.
Jesse.
Wait.
Oh my God. What is going on? All right, Jess, you're even arguing this. It's P4P, Jesse. Oh my goodness. PvP. What is going on? What is happening here? We're all losing our minds. If you're listening on Podbean and iTunes, I severely apologize for our performance tonight. This is quite the interesting one. All right, so battle. Why? Oh, you put it up as me. All right, it doesn't matter. Battle JBH on there. It's posted as me, but Jesse will player versus player. Penis versus penis. I don't know. I don't know what the hell happened there, but oh my goodness. Okay, let's we're over the time.
I'm so ashamed.
You were gonna argue. You were ready to battle with that. You were ready to dip in. Okay, so if you can just brush through the rest of the stories so they have an idea of what's up, and then we will shut this down. What a night! Could you I'm just thinking of this. Eventually, the show is gonna grow. We're gonna have a crazy studio. We're gonna have fucking other people involved with the producers and this and that. Could you imagine more personalities in this room?
You'd lose your mind.
I would hang
Ross.
myself.
You lose your mind with me. What are you going to do with more people?
Well, maybe there will be, I don't know. I have a feeling you will always be the wild card where you just say the most ridiculous things and then just go with it and fight it until you're blue in the face. So I don't know. Who knows? All right. So what do we got here with the rest of the news stories? What else is in the news?
Okay. Dana White talks Deontay Wilder's bullshit costume and Tyson Fury in the UFC.
This is number one bullshit.
Dana White has criticized Deontay Wilder's choice to wear a heavy costume to the ring before his heavyweight title fight with Tyson Fury. White told TMZ he wouldn't allow a fighter in the UFC to follow Wilder's attire decision, and that the costume might have played a part in the Bronze Bomber's defeat to the Gypsy King.
That's it?
No, I had a little indigestion.
Okay.
So
All right. What's this? You don't have to read the whole story. So what's it? So he's just blasting. What did he say?
He's basically lighting him on fire.
So what did he say? Just get to the quote. Can you just get to the quote? What is this? All right. Just give me the quote, please.
There's no quote.
There's a quote there. I'm looking right at it.
Oh, it's different. It's about Tyson Fury. It's not about Wilder.
Oh, there's no quote about. Wait. So
Yeah,
Dana White talks Deontay Wilder in this story, but doesn't say anything. How does he talk about it then? Can you? What is going on?
He said he said I think there's less.
So now there is a quote. Can you just give me the quote, please? Yeah, I think we should end this. I think I'm done.
Shut up, Kevin. Kevin's always got to hate. Kevin's like that guy who sits in his mom's basement
are you
going
drunk?
like this every... No, but he sits in his mom's basement going like this every 2 fucking seconds going, I hate life because they're better than me and I want my voice heard. End the show. End it now. End the show.
All right. You know, I'm questioning my career path right now.
All right. Okay.
I don't even care what Dana White said anymore.
Okay, do you want me to move on to the next topic then?
I guess so.
Are you all right?
No, I mean, I don't, honestly, I have no fucking idea what is going on. Like, the world that I'm living in right now, I don't understand.
Just have it a little fun, Moss.
All right. I appreciate the fun.
Okay, we'll move on.
Okay, what story are we going to?
The next one.
Okay. Who cares what Dana White has to say about that?
Well, Dana White did say something else. He shut down full of shit fans who don't want the Cejudo versus Aldo UFC 250 event.
Okay.
He said, don't watch it, pretty much. According to MMA Mania, former UFC featherweight champ Jose Aldo will be getting the next 135-pound title shot when he collides with Henry Cejudo in the UFC 250 pay-per-view main event on May 9th in Sao Paulo, Brazil. That booking left a lot of fans aggravated at the way the promotion continues to overlook more deserving contenders to make contests that have the potential to draw more buys or fill more seats, similar to the UFC 248 main event this weekend in Las Vegas. So what's the solution? White told TMZ, then don't watch it. People are full of shit. It's going to be an incredible fight. Aldo absolutely deserves this, and Cejudo wants it, and Cejudo isn't a guy who's running around looking for easy fights. He may not be looking for easy fights, but he has definitely been running around. The big complaint against the Aldo title shot is that Jr. was able to cut in front of more deserving contenders despite losing 3 of his last 5 and only got the shot at Cejudo because White thinks the Brazilian should have won his bantamweight debut against Marlon Moraes. So the big question is, who's ready to take White's advice?
Imagine if people just don't watch it. Like, I think that it's come to the point where the UFC is just like, hey, this looks like fun. Let's do this, you know. And I'm not, you know, I don't hate it. I like watching good fights. That's the whole purpose of this. But at the same time, what's the point? What's the point of rankings? What's the point of anything anymore? If you got Yoel Romero fighting off those losses, you have Aldo who lost. You know, it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. So what if everyone just said, I'm not going to watch? What does Dana White do then? I mean, he just knows that's not going to happen. Imagine people just go for it and just say, yeah, I'll pirate that. That'd be crazy. That would be absolutely crazy. Now, I don't know how the numbers are going to be. Are they headlining that card, 250?
I would assume so, yes.
Is it solidified? Let's see.
Yes.
All right.
Well, it's confirmed for that card, but there's, I don't know if it's...
Yeah, let me check Tapology. So it's UFC 250. Yeah, we'll go a little later tonight. Chaos! Yeah! All right, Gnomes Amok.
Save the show, take my call. JBH is crazy. Kevin from Chicago is a clown. Drunk Savage is a wise man.
Don't worry, I won't be crazy anymore. Moss doesn't like it.
There you go. No, listen, it's not that I don't like it. It's not like it. I'm just confused. But it's all right. Thank you, Gnomes Amok. We're way over the save the show right now, but what we're gonna do is we're just gonna finish up the stories over here. And I'm just looking at this card, and yeah, it's in Brazil, right? So you got people. You got Alexei Olenek versus Verdum. Verdum's back. Aldo, Cejudo, Shogun, Nogueira. I mean, right here, there's some interesting fights, but people way past their prime, and this reeks a pay-per-view that could really flop. I mean, I'm sure they're going to be putting a lot more on this, but if like the top 3 stay like that, yeah, you got some former champions fighting. You got a current champion fighting. There are names there, but for the casual fan, I don't know if this really reeks big pay-per-view buys. So imagine people like, yeah, you know, fuck it, I'm not going to watch it. It's possible. I mean, you know, we'll be watching it, of course. All right, let's go into anything else in the news?
No, the last 2 things were just Alexander Hernandez versus Islam Makhachev is for UFC 249.
Okay.
And then the PFL has announced that we're all 6 of the champions that will be returning for the 2020 seasons.
All right. So there it is. We went a little bit longer after to save the show, but we really do appreciate everyone hanging for this dysfunctional show. You are all wonderful. Jesse, you want to show them that sippy cup again? That beautiful sippy cup, courtesy of Drunk Savage over here. Thank you, Drunk Savage.
Drunk Savage.
Look at that. Little dragon sippy cup. So now no more mistakes. No more accidents. Are you going to miss the accidents?
No.
No,
I'm not going to miss the hostility that follows accidents. No.
Oh. All right. Well, that's that. Here we go. Thank you for watching us. I appreciate it. We'll be back on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Damn. We'll be back a lot. So we'll see you then. And thank you for joining us. JBH, you want to say those magical words?
Don't be an a-hole, be an MMA hole.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Acute. Concussion.